Adopt or die. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet dreams, chilled. You took that like a champ. It was meant to be a death blow.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the weekly comic wrap-up. This is, well, we didn't talk about the announcement, the arrival of Yaira. Did we? I don't think we touched on that last week. So
nope.
We had to intro it this week, and just because, like I said, we that was our bad as comic book reviewers. We didn't do our due diligence to talk about the new release of Yaira, because it is out. It is at 1.1, 1.2 milli right now, I think.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
Well, I knew it kind of slow down. I knew it'd slow down. I think, honestly, I don't think it's going to get past 1.7. I think 1.5 will probably hit.
Drew, you have so little faith. I think it's going to hit 2. It's going to hit 2 mil, because the first push is massive, right? But then on the back end, when they do like a live stream towards the finality of it, like once the not Kickstarter, because it's not technically a campaign, like the books are already made, but they'll probably do another a closeout stream, right? So
who knows? But he announced the Goody Ying artist.
Okay. Who's that? Who's the Good Ying?
Will Conrad?
Why does that
the Will Conrad? You got Will Conrad?
The same. That the infamous. Yeah. Known for, we all know him
We've
from
reviewed so much of his Kyle. The last 2 years we've reviewed so much of
he's
Kyle.
Been at the forefront of everything that is important in comic books. It's the fact that you're able to get a name like that for an amazing book like Good Ying is amazing. To pluck that ripe fruit from the tree and just be like, you're part of the Rippaverse now. Congratulations.
Well,
you're center of pop culture by getting him.
Yeah. I mean, you're just meshing all these worlds are colliding because of that.
Well, I think we also, when you look at Alpha Core, like when Chuck Dixon was announced, I was ecstatic. I was thrilled to hear that Chuck Dixon would be working on a book. And then I read the back of the book, and it said, like, Chuck Dixon kind of had a letter, and he's like, when, I knew I liked Derek when I first met him, and he had, once I saw him on YouTube, but I really knew that I liked him when I got paid. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it was
fair.
A ransom letter saying you better fucking pay me.
Well, thank you guys, as always. What's going on, everyone in the chat, for being here. Thank you guys to all the lurkers and all the viewers. We've got a really fun show for you tonight. We have like a ton of topics that we're actually going to cover. The comic books that we will review for this week are going to be towards the back end of the stream. But for the first part, we've got like trailers, we've got videos to go over, we've got news, like industry news to talk about. So we've got a ton of different things to look at. So I'm excited for what we have this evening. And but before we get into that, let's say hi to you guys. So Lane Kramer says, hey, Max and guys, hope y'all are doing well tonight. I know a lot of comics and new to talk about this week. I just wanted to shout out. Hey, shout out. Isn't that? Never mind. Shout out, Lane. Check something out for shout out. For your X-Men collectibles. Ooh, check out some Homo toys.
Oh, the Homo toys. Okay.
Oh, the Homo sapien. The Hono toys. Licensed Magneto and Wolverine available so far. Comic-based 1/6 scale. That's awesome, man. I'll have to check that out. Are they like, when you say comic-based, do you mean like the X-Men animated series comic, like the Jim Lee comic, the John Byrne comic? Which ones are we talking?
I'm on the case. I'm looking this up right now.
Yeah, I've seen the 1/6 ones based off the animated series, and those bad boys are not cheap.
Ooh, really? Okay.
Oh yeah, they're expensive.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
So, interesting.
MG says dropped off my new Gunslinger Splash to get framed today. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Decided to get both in a
Oh,
single frame.
that sounds
Hell
expensive.
yeah, dude.
So,
That
MG, how
would
much wall
be
space do you have? I got to know how much wall space because me, I have. It's hard enough with me. That's just one wall as opposed to my other 4 or 5 I've got. But I got to know how
yeah,
much room you got left for all the pieces you have.
for real, man. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome though. Can't wait to see it. We've got JK says, hi all. Hey JK. Thanks for being here.
Hi.
Jack Frost. What's happening, dude? Oh, yeah, not going anywhere near that. Hey, you know what?
Wow.
I understand it. I understand it. Hey,
Back
yeah,
off.
thank you for you know what? Kyle
Ah,
gets the name wrong a lot of the times. So it is goodying. Good,
that's
sorry. MG, I think you're missing a Y. Or no,
yeah.
he added an I. So
I think it needs
I
an
don't know.
accent mark over the Y.
Hey, whatever happened to Norfrica? Don't you
What?
guys remember the band Norfrica? Because it was at the end of the ISOM book, right? It was the the Viking looking guys. You remember that? No? Oh, okay.
What? What?
Mhm.
In ISOM?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was ISOM, or maybe ISOM 2.
Hold on.
Come on.
It's right back here.
Norfrica. Yeah. Look it up. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's a real thing. Because I want to see what happened to that. I don't know where that went. Oh, Curzon, hello. Hello.
All right.
Yeah, no, back of the book, Norfrica. Check it out. I remember that distinctly. Hey, Josh. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow,
Yep.
wow.
I've
Wow,
got wow, 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 wow. He's got the wow, wow emojis up. Yeah, for all the members.
Backwards?
Backwards. Okay.
Is that what you meant?
No, there even before that, I think.
This is the
There's
very end
more.
of the book. There's Yaira will return soon
That was
enough.
actually a good. I like that photo of her. There's got to be a page of Norfrica in there. I could have sworn. Just look
There's
for a bunch of like.
July's mugshot. Oh,
Oh
no.
God.
Never mind.
Oh, respect the source material. I agree.
Sweet irony.
Yeah, there's got to be something in there. I keep searching, keep looking, because
That's next.
Club Merc. Okay. Maybe am I high? Chat, did I not see Norfolk?
Oh, that's it. Okay, there it is.
Now we're
The
talking.
end of the book.
I do.
The book.
I
Two
told you
bands.
there is such thing as Norfolk. Why have we not gotten a Norfolk book? I want to see Norfolk.
What the fuck is this? I don't even remember this.
It's Africa, but in the north.
What?
In our group text, I sent you a link to what the Wolverine Hono action figure looks like.
Oh, the homo figures. Okay, cool. Thank you.
The homo Wolverine. Yeah.
I was surprised the Fallout trailer didn't look like complete shite.
I still wasn't a fan of it. I love Fallout. Those games were so awesome. That
you were
trailer.
a big video game nerd.
No idea what that is, but it sounds exciting.
I love Fallout though. Fallout was so awesome. The trailer, it kind of pissed me off, but it wasn't complete sacrilege, I guess.
Is it being made by Amazon or who's making it?
Good call. I think it is. I think it's Amazon.
Ooh, yeah, that's scary, man. You could go either way. You could go Wheel of Time and Rings of Power, or you could go Terminal List and Jack Reacher. So like,
I know.
Amazon's
the problem is
coin
the main
flip.
character in the show is a female when you play a man in the game, but yeah. Anyway,
well, I hope that for y'all's sake, because I don't know anything about Fallout. I am not a gamer, as one might say. So yeah, I hope for your sake, like I said, it's good. So we don't need another franchise.
I like video games. I'm not a gamer at all.
Yeah, I mean, when you have hobbies like comics, and you have hobbies like maybe going to the gym or fitness, or you have a family, these other things start to like video games, or like you have to kind of start to pick and choose what like your main source of focus is going to be. And for me, it's just not video games, unfortunately. So
Yep.
Yes, Josh, there is a group chat that is only for the weekly comic wrap up. So suck it. And we talk about you all the time and how handsome you are.
That's all we talk about.
I mean, how ugly you are.
That too. God,
stupid. Great to see you, Zach. Thanks for being here, dude. Always love seeing you in the chat. So let's get to our first topic. So in the title, you guys have seen that I shared corrupt journalists. Now, Kyle, Drew, when you guys hear corrupt journalists, what is the first thing or the first name that comes to your mind?
Comics. Well, when it comes to comics, is the first word, but after the corrupt journalist, I would say Rich Johnson comes first. But then Heidi McDonald comes second.
Ah, I see. Yeah, that name resonates with a lot of people here in the comic book industry. So this is Heidi McDonald on a podcast called The Short Box. Should be called The Short Bus. No, I'm kidding.
I'm out. You've been good, everybody.
Thanks, guys. It's been a fun night. We'll see you next week.
We're out.
Actually, you know what? Thanks, guys. You've been great, everyone. Have a good night. I forgot I had that. But anyway, so corrupt journalist Heidi McDonald was on this interview with on the show called The Short Box. I don't know anything about the show. I don't know anything about the interviewer, but Heidi in this clip, for context, is talking about the validity of some of the conversations happening within the industry right now of, oh, comic books are dying, right? And so one of the things that she's talking about is that a lot of these bad actors, as you will hear her say, a lot of bad actors are using this type of anxiety to push their own narrative, which I think is hilarious because when she calls out who she thinks one of the perpetrators of this is Mark Miller, the millionaire.
What?
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let's listen to corrupt journalist Heidi McDonald talk about how she's not pushing a narrative. She's not a propagandist. Everyone else is. So we'll play it from here.
So there's a lot of anxiety. Now, some of it is justified. And I do think, but I think it's the narrative is clouded by bad actors who are trading on the anxiety in order to sell
jail
their
cell?
own products. And
I thought she was like in detention at a public school or something.
I think she's in a jail cell. It looks like almost.
Those fluorescent lights do not look
that echo, like there's
too
nothing
pleasing.
in here.
Yeah, I have no idea. But sorry. Okay, hold on. Where do
Sorry.
Yeah, come on, Kyle. Don't offer your criticism when we're trying to watch a clip. Come on. No, I'm kidding.
On the anxiety in order to sell their own products. And
in order to sell their own products. Really? Kyle, do you have any products you're trying to sell here on this live stream?
Not yet.
But Drew, I know you have products to sell. You're just banking off all this anxiety, dude. All this comic drama, just to sell your comic book, huh? Is that what's going on here?
Exactly. That's why I'm a millionaire. So I made $1 million off the first Unholy Nightmare. That's why I'm not doing any other issues. I'm done. I'm out. Yeah, pretty much called everyone a racist, sexist, or homophobe if you didn't back the book. And became a millionaire. Who'd have thought? Jeez.
Dang. Well, let's see what else she has to say about that.
Oh, okay. Mark Millar, I challenge you.
Whoa, right? She challenges him.
Challenge.
Dang. So she's like, that's like a straight call out. So that is like the finger point and the wave, the challenge. She had the little French umlaut on there. Like, dude, that's serious business. But what could she possibly challenge him on?
And it's just like, he's coming out. I'm sorry, I am Scottish, so I'm going to do the Scottish accent, and he's like, oh, I wish we could get all the old timers working on the comics again. And
it's like you're probably part Scottish, but he's like actually Scottish.
And also, who cares? Yeah. You can still make fun of his accent. He sounds like a doofus. So what? Go ahead. Can't understand anything he says anyway.
It's so there are accents that I legitimately cannot understand, but it's just because of the Scottish brogue or like the Irish, like
brogue. It's Yaira first and then Mark Millar. Those are the two people I can't understand.
You know what? I'll agree with that. I think Mark Millar and Yaira are just right there in terms of accents. Yeah. So the accent, while she's saying the accent, she essentially says Mark Millar is saying like, oh, we need more old timers within the industry, which I'm like, dude, that would be awesome. Are you kidding me? Like, get some of these like
bring the talent back.
Classic, bring talent, not nostalgia. There you go. It's not nostalgia, it's talent, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll keep going because this is pretty good.
Like, oh, I wish we could get all the old timers working on the comics again. And like, Mark, you are an old timer. You're just talking about yourself. You want to be doing your Superman, and that's fine. Oh.
How condescending. You just want to be doing your Superman. That's fine, little Mark. That's fine.
She calls him old. Like, fuck you, bitch. What if I call you old?
I was like, Heidi, aren't you 60? Mark looks amazing for his age.
But yeah, I mean, that's just it, Max. He's happy, all right? He's a millionaire. He's happy. He doesn't have to be doing this. He doesn't need to be doing this. But why does he do it? Because he loves it. He loves comic books. He loves superheroes. He wouldn't be doing this if he didn't love the medium, if he didn't love Superman.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, like he's got the Superman cape in his home. Like in a
He's got the cat.
Case.
He's got the goddamn cat from Superman 78. What does that tell you?
Yep.
Dude, like, yeah, this man loves the ideal, the vision of Superman. He loves the character. He loves everything about it. He's doing this for the love of the game. He doesn't need any more money. He's good for his entire life with residuals and with royalties. All the Netflix deals. Oh, dude, he is living large. He's fine. He does not need to go to comics.
He was on vacation. He was in the ocean thinking of the Superman story. About the story. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
He's like sipping on a coconut thing with a little umbrella, and he's just like, I would love to make a Superman story,
I got an idea for a Superman book right now.
Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. So
of course.
So I love that she's like, oh, you want to work on your Superman story, and that's nice and all. And it's like, are you really trying to say what I think you're saying, which is that he needs the clout and the chasing of current drama and trends in order to push his book? No.
Yeah, let's take a look at all the sales of every book in the Millerverse that has been put out, and we'll see and compare them to recent Superman books, and we'll see who's actually selling more. I guarantee you, pretty close.
Comparatively,
cutting out the variant covers.
Yeah, no variants, just straight up cover A's. We'll see.
Like if we look at Energon right now, Energon and the Millerverse are probably the two biggest announcement in comics we've had in the past 6 months, right?
Yeah,
or like
past year.
past year. Yeah, past year. And that's like undoubtedly the case when articles are coming out with big game, when articles are talking about 150 copies sold of Transformers and stuff like this, or at least 150 ordered. I'm not sure if they were sold or not, but yeah, stuff like that where you got to think to yourself, I think Mark's doing fine, but
better than you.
Yeah, right. And I think someone in the chat actually made a good point. I'm pretty sure that he said the greats, not the old timers. Like the way that he phrased it was like the legends, the ones with legacy and talent, the greats.
Not the condescending old timers that as so eloquently put it. Yeah.
The condescending, petulant, bratty, no, they're old people. It's like, are you kidding me? So let's, as much as we don't want to listen to this, there is a point to all of this, and we'll get to the quote of the evening, if you will.
Own it, my friend. You did great, Red Sun. That is great. You did some really good Superman stuff.
You did so great on that little Superman thing that you did. You know what? You're just great,
man.
You're good. You're good for you.
Good for you.
Am I wrong in thinking that she was like extremely patronizing here and condescending?
Yes,
it's beyond patronizing. It's honestly, I'm surprised she's not like Pinocchio right now with her nose growing like every quarter, like a quarter inch with every 5 or 10 seconds. This is all disingenuous bullshit.
Yeah, there's so much jealousy seething from she is so fucking pissed that people still care about him, and all of these books that he's done are still more important than anything that's come out in the past several years from DC. God, why?
Mother Mary.
Yeah. Put out a good book, please.
Yeah, no, I completely that was my feeling while I was watching this. I was just like, I can feel it resonating from her pores of just this seething of just like, I am so sick and tired of people trying to, change the industry and like, bring it back to its former glory. But we'll continue on. We'll further, we'll champion on.
I'd love to see you come back. Okay. But I mean, it's very self-serving of a Mark Miller. It's like, oh, what about John Byrne? No one wants to see John Byrne on.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Fuck you.
Bullshit. That is the biggest. That is, I know for a fact, that is the biggest lying piece of shit I've ever heard in my life. Right now, you guys are well aware. Kyle knows. Max, you probably know. Every day, John is continuing his X-Men story that he wanted to tell. He's doing a page a day, penciling a page a day on his own. Marvel isn't stopping him right now. People are bootlegging this stuff on eBay and selling it for hundreds of dollars, hard copies of it. If Marvel wanted to right now, if they said, hey, all right, John, we're going to go ahead and collect your stuff you've done and sell them, they would make a fortune. I guarantee it, just off his pencils. No doubt in my mind. No doubt.
And if you combine Mark Miller and John Byrne, if Mark Miller's like, hey, I got John Byrne, he and I are going to do a book together, that would destroy the comic book. I mean,
John and I are going to do X-Men. John and I are going to do X-Men. We're going to plot together. I'm going to write it.
It would be like, all right, that's it. We have accomplished what we need to accomplish.
Yeah,
we are done.
Like it's like then you could have articles coming out and being like, okay, the industry can be saved. Like there is salvageable things here that we can maybe pick up the pieces if Mark Millar and John Byrne hopped on a book tomorrow.
Oh, actually, you know what guaranteed? You know what guaranteed that the saving? Mark Miller and John Byrne on one X title, and the other X title, Jim Lee and Chris Claremont. Boom, done. That would save X-Men.
God,
sure.
That would just.
I mean, yeah, Jim doesn't want to do anything, and Chris is out of his mind right now. So I don't know if they would necessarily want to hop on a book. But like,
how great would that be side by side?
Yeah, I would probably buy the Mark Miller book more. But yeah,
it's like every other week you would get the Mark Miller, John Byrne, and the other week you get the Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. It's like alternating. Do that alternating schedule. Marvel would make a fortune. Guarantee it.
Yeah, yeah. But guys, it's just nostalgia. Why are you guys buying into this nostalgia bait? Come on.
Old people only want
this. It's just a bunch of old guys. We know that, listen, the comic book industry is changing, all right? And you guys just have to deal with it because all of us in our 30s, we're all dying, as Heidi said in her article. We're all just a bunch of guys that are dying. Whether we're in our early 30s, late 30s, whether you're in your 60s, she thinks that we're all just dying. And Yeah, so to all the fans out there, if you guys are in the chat or if you guys are watching this later in the comment section below, let me know. If you guys are anywhere between 25 to 65, anywhere between, like average age of a comic book reader, are you guys dead? Because apparently Heidi McDonald thinks that you are just dead and that you that you aren't reading comics. Well, I mean, she did get one thing right, that we're not reading comics. But she thinks that we are because we're just dead. So
we're reading old comics. That's what everyone is doing. Everyone's reading old stuff.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Much better. So let's hear that one more time for good measure, just because I don't think people recognize or realize. Like, I posted this on Twitter today. I don't think, like, when I hear this, I hear evil, malicious, condescending, seething woman who refuses to give fans what they're looking for, who refuses to want to actually have a healthy industry because she wants to push her own propaganda, her own narrative, when it's as simple as, like, dude, are you kidding me? We would love John Byrne, not for the nostalgia sake, but just for the sake of a talented individual who has a legacy of books that we would be honored to read again. But for some reason, that's just not in her. I don't know.
Sitting there waiting. Guys like John and Mark, they're just sitting there waiting to get to do work. Peter David, granted, he does have one book out this week. He's doing work, but granted, he's got medical issues. But he's just sitting there waiting to do work. You have you have this talented, deep bench who can still write great stories, just waiting to give you gold. But no, you want to go cheap and lazy.
Yeah. Yep. So like I said, we'll listen to this one more time just to really let it soak in and seep into the crevices of our brain cells here.
So if you want to be doing your Superman, and that's fine, own it, my friend. You did great, Red Sun. That is great. You did some really good Superman stuff. I'd love to see you come back. Okay. But I mean, it's very self-serving of Mark Miller. It's like, oh, what about John Byrne? No one wants to see John Byrne on comics now. They don't. Old people do.
Old people do. Nope. I'm 30 years young and I would fucking love a John Byrne comic book right now. You disingenuous.
Not just that, Max. The other thing is, quote unquote, old people like us and older, we have fucking money. We're the ones who have money. We're the ones who love to spend money to see John Byrne come back.
Dude, yeah, we are the actual ones who have disposable income right now that are like, we're like, please take it. Take it. We will give you our money.
I'm going out of my way not to pirate this to give you money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But also, why is that a bad thing? Old people want, it's like, and so what?
And what if they're 60, 70, 80 years old?
Yeah. Why can't you have a title with John Byrne on it for older people or old people? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's actually what's going to happen. You're afraid that it's going to outsell everything because it's John fucking Byrne, and you're a dipshit.
No, I mean, there is a very strong likelihood it could, because case in point, Dane DiDio, when he was still working at DC Comics, he was upset because a lot of the reprint comics from like the 80s and 90s were outselling a lot of the books that would come out weekly, a lot of the new stuff. He was just like, why is this old stuff outselling the new stuff? Well, because your new stuff sucks. And so there is precedent there. I really truly think if a John Byrne were to come back and to do work at Marvel, it would strongly, most likely, outsell in most other things from Marvel and DC.
And it would, because then they would have to face their own reality, the reality of the fact that no, comic books are not better than ever because they're trying to introduce this new audience. In fact, if you brought these legends onto these books, the reality would be, hey, these books are selling better than ever, and they're selling to the white, straight, middle-aged males that you guys have so vehemently hated for the past decade, and that you don't want as fans anymore. And so they would have to come to that realization, and it would break down their narrative, and that's why they can't have someone like a John Byrne come onto the book, or a Walt Simonson, or any of these, creators that are willing to work right now, because it would absolutely crumble their entire narrative of comics aren't meant for you people anymore, people who look like me. It's not meant for you anymore. It's meant for these people now. And that's just not the case because they're not buying anything. They're not interested in comics. Oh, get out of here, thumbs up. What does that happen? I try to make a point and I'm like, number 1. And then it does the thumb thing. And it's like, and number 2. Oh, well. So, but yeah, all that being said, this was a brutal interview to get through. You guys should be, I mean, this is honestly, chat, this is why we do it. I listened to 50 minutes. I got to 49 minutes and I stopped.
I was saying you clipped it. Like, what was the question this guy asked her to get this response?
Let's see, shall we? Let's see if we can get to that.
Not that I give that much of a shit, but I'm just curious what he asked.
Honestly, most of the interview was like, "Oh my god, you did this! Oh my god, that's amazing!"
So I can tell by his response and by his lack of response to anything he says. It's like, okay, you're a bitch. Got it,
dude. If we were ever in an interview or like ever just casually talking like with a beer, if she were like, John, only old people want John Byrne on comics. I would have to like reformat what she just said and just be like, hold on a sec, what?
Yeah,
what did you do?
Wait, whoa! It's like, whoa,
like wait, back it up, beep, like beep,
yeah,
beep. Let's say that one more time. Like I can't even fathom someone saying that with a straight face.
Yeah, and being serious. I would just be like, question in the back.
right over here.
What?
I've got, yeah.
What?
I'm sorry. Where is this information coming from? Where do you
like John Byrne or what? Like what? Why do you think that? Like where is your evidence to support such a charge that you would assume that no one wants John Byrne on except old people?
Because he's a cishet white male. I think, right? I don't know if he's.
Well,
we don't think he's come out as anything out.
I'm not going to speak for him, but
sure, right.
Yeah,
but the thing with John, I mean, John has been very vocal and opinionated in the past, and that's ruffled a lot of feathers with people, and it's ruffled a lot of feathers with females. And just in general, he's made a lot of comments in the past. I mean, this is going back decades that people are still, holding his feet over to the fire over it, because I mean, who cares now at this point? It's been the guy. He's a senior. Leave him be. Come on.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. It's
not like he said anything evil. It's not like he's called for a race to die or anything. Not like he said he wasn't going to hire someone because of their political view. He just gave some opinions about what who cares?
Yeah, that's your opinion, man.
That's just your opinion, man. Yeah. I don't remember what he said, but I mean, did he ever try to get a creator canceled because they did a cover for a book that from a person that he didn't like? No, he didn't do that. Oh, okay. No, well, then I'm sure he's fine.
No, he's not that petty. No.
Yeah.
Did she try to sleep with John Byrne and he turned her down? Because I could see that.
Interesting.
I could see her being just a sloppy, obnoxious, ugly fucking drunk and thinking
allegedly.
She's super hot, allegedly, and walking up to him at a con or a bar and just hey,
big boy.
Hey, you're do you want to go back to? Do you want to I'll suck your dick or something, and maybe we can I you're amazing. I'm tired.
You did the X people, right?
And he's just get this fucking bitch away from me. And then the next morning she wakes up that fucking asshole didn't. How the hell? What the hell?
Yeah. Allegedly.
That could be what this X-Men pages are that he's doing. I don't know. It could be in there.
Yeah. So real quick, I do want to address this. So the chat has been kind of wondering, who is this innocuous woman? What's going on here? What do we see here in this face? Why does she have any credibility, and why are we listening to a word that she says? And these are all really valid questions, chat. You guys are actually nailing it. So essentially, Heidi McDonald has been in the comic book industry for a few decades now. She was an editor at one point, but then she moved over to comics journalism. And she, for the past decade, has been involved with these multiple different whisper networks. She's been involved with the SJW activists like Cancel Pig, kind of culture that cultivates this type of behavior that says, hey, this person doesn't like this book, or this person doesn't like this thing, or doesn't like, says this type of rhetoric. You're a Nazi, you're a white supremacist, you're a racist. It's another one of those individuals, but she does so on the Comics Beat platform, which is where she writes a lot of her articles and journals and journalism entries. So that's how she came to prominence, because as chat has alluded to, most people don't even know who she is, which is actually kind of a good thing. So
yes. I had a run in with her at New York Comic Con.
Oh, did you?
A couple years ago. Yeah, I did. This is when Born of Blood came out. Number one, I was with the Miranda brothers who did the series We Live for Aftershock. We all remember Aftershock, though. We got knocked down, get up again. We're going to get me down. Anyway, yep. The Miranda brothers, they were reading Born of Blood because they were close to Tiago de Silva. Did a cover. And the one of the brothers looked at, he held it up. He saw me walk by. He's like, oh, I love this. I want to do a cover for this. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But I didn't know this. Heidi McDonald was talking to them. She was talking to them as the one Miranda brother was talking to me with this. And she looked at me. I'm like, hey, you want to read this, review this, and all that? She just completely tuned me out. Didn't say one word.
Is that a half naked woman on it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not on my watch. Or is Tom
I've already
King?
read it. I've already seen it. Trust me. If I've seen one, I've seen them all. It's terrible.
Or as Tom King likes to make us believe that Wonder Woman's catchphrase is "No, thank you." That's
a great catchphrhrase. That's catching on. I'm hearing it all the time.
I
hear it all the time from my wife. So I'm like, well, it's catching on somewhere.
At 2 a.m, you're like,
yep.
Hey, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Like, geez, I guess he's reading Wonder Woman too.
All right. Oh man, Tom King's been around a lot of women. Then I guess he just knows.
Damn.
I hear it a lot at the grocery store. I hear it honestly anywhere.
I hear it anywhere I go.
Would you like a bag with that? No, thank you.
Yeah.
And they're all reading Wonder Woman.
I was gonna say, you're in California. You're probably hearing it in your sleep.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh gosh, wouldn't believe it. Poor Josh. My job makes me feel dead inside. Yeah.
Been there.
I think when we watch something like this, it really does reveal just how dead we all are inside. And hey, Jack, I don't blame you, brother. Not reading the trash American comics publishers are peddling. That's where we stand on it as well. We read a lot of this stuff just because if there is a corn in the turd, a piece of corn in the turd that we think might be valuable, we're going to talk about it, especially with the Skybound Energon universe and stuff like that. So,
and Rippaverse.
Can't forget Rippaverse. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Like I said, we once Norfolka comes out, we'll be talking about it because
we'll be there.
I genuinely don't know why they haven't done anything yet with them. They're probably the most interesting, but
they're sitting on a gold mine. But that's all right.
Yeah. Yes, old people are bigots. Bigot. Get it right.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was something else. Oh, this is a great point, JK. It's odd because an industry puts down its older audience, but a big chunk of the income is from variant covers, which attracts older audiences. Yeah, 100%. And that's why I don't think a lot of these companies don't even really know how to market to their audience, because they are like, listen, the people who are going to pay for our books are paying for variant covers, but they're old white dudes, and we don't want older white dudes anymore. We're sick of them. We get them out of here. So we'll make shitty comics for 18 and 19-year-olds who are gender ambiguous and have no morals or values, but we'll put a sexy cover on it, and we'll, best of both worlds, and then no one wants it. So it's like
going to a demographic, to an even smaller demographic, to like 1/10 of a 1% of a demographic. Perfect.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Nailed it. That's exactly
I guarantee you, any comic book store will tell you that. Yeah, I guarantee you, the comic book store will tell you their average age of their customer is between 30 to 55. That is the majority right there of the average age of the comic book customer. That age range, guarantee it.
Right really, now. You think so? I think it's older.
30,
you said 30 to 35.
Okay.
30 to 55.
Oh no, 30 to 55.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, 30 to 55. That's a perfect range. Yeah, I thought you said 30 to 35. My bad.
Exactly.
No,
my demographic. That's me, literally.
Yeah, that is me. You're speaking about me. I feel seen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100%. She is a propagandist, if you will. Actually, Doc had
and
commented on my post.
Yeah, and she's not getting ads. Apparently, they're running out of ads. She's not able to buy ads for the beat. But we'll see what happens.
Well, hey, wait for that OnlyFans to show up, boys. I'm going to be in line.
Oh boy, you bet your ass. Top 10% of creators.
Right there with the X-Men guy
on OnlyFans.
Yeah, right there with the former head of the X-Men.
She'll be with him.
Yep. The crossover we all wanted.
Yeah, maybe they'll do maybe they'll do a scene together.
Do a fastball special. Yeah.
God willing.
You want my fastball special? I call this move the fastball special. This is a huge thing too, Zax, and you've got a young son, I believe it is, and he's pretty much on the video game trend, and I think as a lot of younger males are, they've kind of gone more towards video games and movies. They aren't touching comic books. It's funny because now the nerds of 2024 are looking at comic books like, comics, you fucking nerd, you kidding me? Like they're playing video games and they're like, you read comics? Pfft, lame. So.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then Kyle, you asked a little bit earlier, you said what was the actual comment that got Heidi on this rant? So I think this is it, but we'll check. Let's see.
Find some way to eat salty potatoes,
Oh,
so
what the fuck?
I guess, is there any legs to any of it, whether it be so what are some of the valid points that you could point to that you could say, there is a decline now in the American comic market? Is it the overprice or the lack of diverse storytelling? Like what?
No, good story.
Lack of diversity. That's what we're missing. We need more diversity.
We need more diverse stories. No, guys, it's really simple. Good stories. Just tell good stories, please.
It's amazing what that guy just said. He clearly has not read the comics as frequently as we have, because we all know this is the most diverse comic books have ever been in the history of comic books. Ever.
Well,
that is not the problem.
Because I was about to say it is, but at the same time it isn't, because anytime you have like hey, we're coming out with our Pride anthology, there's no real diversity. It's just gay, right? That's the plot. That's the theme. There's no real diverse storytelling or interesting themes.
That's diverse the fact that we have it now, I guess.
Oh,
but unfortunately, you're putting that in all your other books too at the same time. So it's like,
so you can't tell the difference.
You're just doing all of the same shit.
So, but so I guess that is the question then that he asked, is like, is there validity to the arguments of the fact that the comic book industry is dying and that it's getting smaller due to the fact that there are too many variant covers or bad storytelling? I think that's what he's trying to articulate here.
Has legs.
So I think the number one problem right now in the comics industry is that we don't have sales charts.
That's your number one problem?
It's like, that's a subset of the problem.
Correct.
Right? Like, you're close. Like, it's almost there, right?
Yeah, that's a symptom of a disease. That's a disease itself.
Absolutely. Because if we cure, quote unquote, the disease of not having sales charts, what does that do for the stories? It's
showing you that you're incompetent. It's like, congratulations. Oh, now we can see We suck.
So as you see right here,
how can we? How can we spin this to how we actually did a good job?
Yeah, well,
because we can never admit failure.
Upside down. Look, it's going up.
You just flip it. It actually looks much better than.
Look at. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So just imagine the stupidity. Yeah.
Max, it's not from what we've seen. That is not outside the realm of possibility at this point. Honestly, they'll do whatever they can to spin a negative into a positive.
Unfortunately, you're right. So yeah, I think what she later says, she may say it early. She may have said it earlier. She may say it later. I wish we had like 20 hours tonight because we would watch through this whole thing and EFAP it, right? But there was a point in this where she's like, one of the greatest things that I have brought to this industry is the importance of trade paperbacks. She thinks that like the proper way to read comics is through trades and graphic novels, whereas like the periodical, the floppy, is what keeps the industry going. That's what people collect. That's what people read. That's how the comic book industry has lasted for centuries, or not centuries, excuse me, decades. Is the monthly floppy, not the trades. So the trades have become more of a modern thing for people to read because people aren't, picking up the monthlies. So they go, oh, hey, The Dark Knight. That's cool. I'll read the whole thing. Right. Or, oh, hey, Watchmen. That's cool. So
not just those, Max, but I would say argument could be made that Neil Gaiman is responsible for the trade paperback market because when Sandman was coming out, he still makes a shit ton of residuals off those trade paperback sales. He was making residuals back in the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. That is what really, I think, there was a graphic novel trade paperback presence, but it didn't really become a powerhouse until, I believe, I hate to say it, until Sandman really came about and boosted those sales. People were buying those trades by the bulk.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. So I'll say, so this is pretty interesting. And this is actually, MG, you bring up a really good point here. So I want to articulate this as best as I can. So MG says, it is what it is. And when I take my position, I diddly do is what it is nonetheless. And moreover, that it is not, it is. God, well said, man.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Way more articulate than I could ever be. See, I'm fumbling over my words already. So yeah, it is what it is. Thanks, MG.
The only way this could be topped if it was the Chewbacca defense, but it's not the Chewbacca defense. so far,
I mean, they're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Jamin, this could be a good he could be trying to just play politics here and just like beat around the bush and not like, oh well, so the comic book industry isn't doing great, right? So like maybe it could be like, some storytelling aspects instead of just being like, so why have sales never been this low before? Like just straight out asking. I don't know. But
yeah, and what are you doing to help it?
Right. Oh yeah. Like what are you reporting on? What can you try and do to help save the industry? Right.
Yeah.
Salty Traveling Sea, what's happening, dude? Good to see you again. He says, who's the dude on the screen you were talking about? This dude? You mean the current dude? the dude in the big screen or the dude in the little screen in the corner right? So the dude in the corner right of the screen, he has a podcast called The Short Box. And the dude in the middle of the screen is Heidi McDonald, a journalist for the Beat, Comics Beat. So yeah, the host of Comic Short Bus. Yes.
Yep.
So, but let's see. All right, so we'll continue here.
And if we did have sales charts, everyone was like, oh, it would show how bad the numbers are. Like maybe it would, but it would also show that some comic is the number one comic. In the 90s, things got very bad. The number one comic sold 75,000 copies.
Sorry, what?
I was the last person to die on the Titanic, by the way, just so you know. I was the last one.
Oh,
I made it to the very end, but I still died. It's like,
oh,
what? Well, someone will be number one. Something's got to be the biggest, the least shitty book, right?
Someone's going to have someone's got the biggest little penis. Come on, jeez.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Because I was going to say, like, there's going to be a number one comic, and I'm still questioning, like, what does that do for anyone?
So
Like,
what?
So what? How does that help us? Like, does that show that, yeah, there were a ton of, because it wasn't King Spawn, or was it King Spawn or Spawn 300 that was like the number one comic that month? And it's like, oh, great. From the 10% of comic shops that do have numbers that we are able to track, it showed that Spawn for that month was the highest selling comic. But when you looked at how many copies were sold, it was all the 1 in 1,000 variants, right? Yeah. So it's stuff like that where it's like, even if we get a number one comic and see what is actually the best selling, it's not going to do anything for us. I don't think. But then, yeah, she's like, comics have always said that they're dying. And I'm like, not like this, though. Not like this.
No, not even close.
This is different.
And the numbers were very low, and we survived. So I think the lack of sales charts, so everybody's just guessing. That's the thing. All of these people who say they don't know jack shit. Okay, they don't know what the numbers are. They might know what their numbers are, but they don't know what anybody else's numbers are. So we don't know. We don't know how.
So even if we don't know,
God, that freeze, it's giving
sorry.
Whoa. Hey, back off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's okay. Easy. I trust you. All right. Okay.
All right. Fine.
We need sales charts. Okay.
They're wonderful.
No, but just have to stay away from me. No.
Yeah. So there's a lot. Oh gosh, Zach, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with a good time. That sounds amazing.
That'll happen.
Rob Liefeld is known for selling 75K copies worldwide. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, so she said in the video, in the 90s, the best-selling comic was 75K? No, it was not.
No.
Was it?
They were still selling in the millions in the 90s.
Yeah, it's like
very well into the millions. So
what
are you saying, like 1999? Like 99? Like maybe 2000, 1998, maybe, but still, we need to look at Kyle. I don't know if you're busy or you want to pull up Comic-Con. You want to look at like 1999, 1998, see what like the highest selling books were for that year.
Let me just make sure that you did in fact say that.
These things got very bad. The number one comic sold 75,000 copies.
The number one comic in the 90s sold 75,000. That's factually wrong because of Jim Lee's X-Men. We can just say Jim Lee's X-Men. Like already, like any other book in the 90s, even like a Top Cow book, I'm sure sold 100,000.
Yeah, that's every book up through, I want to say 1999, 1998, were selling at least 100,000, if not more. But I could be wrong. But I guarantee you, she's probably talking about the latter 90s, not the early 90s. Because if she's talking about the early 90s, yeah, she's way fucking off by hundreds of thousands, if not a million.
Yeah, maybe after the crash, like after the crash, and like more towards the latter 90s. But man, when like
bankruptcy, Marvel bankruptcy, 1998, 1999. That's probably what she's probably referring to.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, there's a part of me that's like, man, I would love to just go through this thing and EFAP it and just bit by bit, clip by clip, scene by scene, and go through each and every point. But unfortunately, we are limited on time in this life, and we can't spend it all on Heidi McDonald. But I did want to address the point that she initially made, which was Mark Millar is using clout chasing and drama farming and anxiety in the comic book industry to push his own comic book, which is absolutely false, like objectively false and laughably false. And the fact that she said that no one wants right now a John Byrne comic book, which is also factually.
I'm going to Max. I'm going to mathematically and economically disprove that right now. So while you're doing that, I'm going to be doing some research. Give me 1 second.
Some hacking. Okay, yeah, you do your thing, man.
Oh, I'm going on to eBay right now.
Oh,
I'm going to mathematically disprove this. So
I can't wait.
Right
I'm
now,
looking forward.
on eBay, the Bay of E, people have bootlegged John Byrne's X-Men Elsewhere story he's doing right now, the page-a-day stuff. People are doing PDFs of those and printing them off and collecting them and selling them on eBay right now. And right now, people are selling hardcovers, like omnibus of these things. This is right now sold prices $450, $440. These are all the X-Men Elsewhere books that John. These are just the pencils. So, Heidi, I have mathematically and economically disproved you right there, right now. There is a market for that.
Shout out, Drew. You know your economics, boy. You're a businessman.
Because it's a trade paperback. It's not a floppy. Duh.
Oh yeah, you proved your point, Drew. What are you doing?
Yeah,
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you just proved my point that everyone wants trades.
That everyone wants trades. No one wants a John
different
Byrne
than a comic book. It's a trade paperback. It's not a comic book.
So, well, that was corrupt journalist Heidi McDonald. But let's go to Kyle's favorite movie and Kyle's favorite trailer, which just released. No, not Yaira. We all have seen the Yaira trailer. We don't need to see it again. Maybe.
Yeah. I kind of did.
Showgirls?
Yeah. But we will share the new Crow. The Crow with Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, FKA Twigs. Is that a musician?
Duh.
Oh, it's his wife or it's his girlfriend, huh?
Yep.
Is that who she is? I'm wondering who this actress is. I've never seen before.
Yeah, that's his bitch in the movie. So,
yeah, MG, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
well, Kyle, you can say it because they were both in prison. So maybe, who knows?
It's true.
Oh boy. So I don't think. What is this? Who? Lionsgate? Will they copyright strike? Oof. Look at that ratio, boys.
Oh no.
62K. To 46K, officially ratioed. Wow. Yeah.
Dang, they haven't turned off comments yet
either.
I am surprised. Getting super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Wow. Wow. Oh man, rip Brandon Lee, dude. What a way! Like, you know what? All these 62,000 chads that came on here and were like, "This is for Brandon Lee. This one's for Brandon Lee." Whoever is like, because here's the thing: why is this called The Crow?
I don't know.
Do we even? What is the point of having the? Well, we do know what the point is. It's for money.
Because I feel like this was a script titled something else, and they were just like, "Hey, put The Crow on it."
Absolutely, yeah. FK Twigs is also a musician, a mogul.
Yeah.
Does she understand what musician is?
She's a real Renaissance woman. She does it all.
I guess so. I would literally rather see anyone else in this role. Put the Madam Web chick in this role, and she probably
or a twig,
or a literal twig,
or a bundle of twigs. I don't know anything. I'll
hey, put Josh in there. No, I'm kidding. No, we're full of hits tonight.
Yay!
So on its own, I'm not confused as to why they put the Crow name on it, but I'm really upset as to. Y'all could have had something. Lionsgate could have had a fun action thriller on their hands, and yet they decided to ruin a legacy by putting The Crow on it. So
Yeah.
we shall watch a little bit of it, but I'm very happy with this though. I mean, considering how many seals are out there, for 62K to 46K, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
There's no hiding that. Numbers don't lie.
the numbers don't lie. All right, let's play this bad boy.
What's the first thing you liked about me?
Your tattoos.
Oh, I was about to say, oh, he's got the stupid Joker tattoos, man.
Yeah, that's fucking hardcore, dude.
He looks like Machine Gun Kelly. Gross.
Yeah, but sexier.
Ugh.
I was gonna say it looks like Pete Davidson but with darker hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Killer. I love it.
Yeah. The soundtrack to the original film is better than this trailer. Absolutely. Any Cure song is better than this.
Someone they just opened the floodgate right there. I was going to save it for later, but we're saying it now. What made the original Crow so great was that it was very much a 90s film. You had the grunge music, you had that soundtrack that was very much in the time. And on top of that, you had a beautiful setting. The setting was so unique, and everything going on around it, it just really felt like a hellish landscape around it. And on top of that, the characters in the film, everyone was so damn unique. All the different bad guys, they're all unique and different in their own way. All had their own different weapons, different senses of humor, crazy on different levels. You had an over the top crazy bad guy as well. Like they were actual legit characters who were different and unique. All of that is gone here. All that's gone.
Yeah, man. There's no atmosphere to like the '90s film had it had a specific like feel. Like you could smell and feel everything in that film. There was a very unique set
you
design.
You felt depressed. It felt like a very depressed, hellish landscape.
And we've done a review of the Eric Draven James O'Barr comic on this live stream before. We did it a couple Fridays back. We took a look at that graphic novel. It's haunting, man. And I think the original movie fully encapsulated that feeling.
Yes,
Kyle, I know that was your book that you had brought. I know I think it lost to Drew's book, but it's still
no big deal.
Yeah,
it's not just
welcome.
something that you can just make into an action film. Like it is something that was a passion project for James O'Barr.
Yeah, because I read that beginning when you talk about what James went through his life, and how horribly depressing and sad and awful that was, the loss he dealt with and how he dealt with that loss. I get none of that in this fucking trailer. I get anything remotely close to that in this at all. And I'd be curious to see. I haven't watched the original Crow trailer for that movie.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Ooh,
how
they
posed that original movie.
And we can take a look at that after this.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
The one big difference is they made Eric Draven a junkie in this, like a criminal. And you look at Eric Draven in the original film, he was a good guy. He was in a band. He was a lead singer. It's like he was who loved his fiance and just a straight up good guy. And this one's like, oh, he's already a bad guy. Okay, we're supposed to root for this guy.
And like his girlfriend like stumbles upon something she shouldn't have and tries to get away. It's like, what happened to them living their lives peacefully, happily? They're so in love. Everything is great. And then they just happen to have something bad happen to them. And what does that cause somebody that is so good and right? It's like the hell you go down. It's like none of that. It's like they're already at rock bottom and they're already pieces of shit. I want to be on your side.
It's not too hard for them to start killing people from what I see.
Yeah, it's like I thought you already were.
That's Gen Z though. Like all these Gen Z, they're trying to make Eric Draven the Gen Z like hero, the figuresque, anti-hero for this like, new Gen Z people with the cross hanging from their ear and the face tattoos and the stupid haircuts, the broccoli haircuts and everything. They're trying to make this guy that for them. So what do? They make him immoral. They make him a junkie, a pathetic loser who's like, he doesn't have any aspirations, like nothing. And like you said, there's no fall from grace. He's just already a pathetic loser. So when it's him and his girlfriend in their own apartment, living together, talking about, getting married, what that looks like for them, and embracing their romance and just living their life, and these other junkies come in and kill them. That's what makes that so impactful, is because you see that just grotesque nature of humanity, and what they can do to innocent people.
Yeah, and when you have an innocent person, you have a James who it wasn't like in real life he and his girlfriend or he and his fiance were just total scumbags in the bellies of the underworld, and they happen to be wrong place, wrong time, and getting shot and killed by the mafia or something. It's like there was a hit put out on them. It's like, I'm not as sympathetic as I was living my life. We were just happy in love, and you just happened to be taken from me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what this reminded me of, Kyle? The movie Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon. You talk about a dad who was living a happy, peaceful life with his kids and wife, and all of a sudden, everything that's all taken from him bit by bit, and he goes down that cesspool. It's like, what the hell is this guy going to do? And he does cross that line like an Eric Draven does, or the original true Eric Draven does. And you see what that true fall of grace can do. And here it's like, like you said before, this guy's already there.
Yeah. Now, do we think that this will actually hurt Bill Skarsgård's reputation? Because the Skarsgård family is very well known and renowned for their acting ability and for their status within Hollywood. Like, every Skarsgård brother has been on a very successful project, whether it's a TV show or a movie. So do we think that this is going to hurt his reputation?
No. I think that Bill Skateboard is going to come out of this in one piece. He's going to the skateboard family. Yeah, if you do a
skateboard,
they're all. It's like this. The name, if you spell check it, it comes out as skateboard, like on a computer. The spell check, corrected the skateboard.
Oh,
but
that's funny.
But Bill Skateboard, he's going to come out of this in one piece. I think he'll probably get props for like powerful performance, whatever. But it still won't be a good film when it comes out. It will not get the great reviews that the first film did.
No,
I think maybe,
and I feel like real quick that this is just somebody that is used to shooting music videos, and like, I'm just going to make a really long music video.
Oh,
see, because like I said, or I was about to say, I think that there are some shots here that look good, and I'm sure that there are things that will be competently made.
Sure,
but this is not how you literally call it anything else. Right.
Right. And this will be forgotten in a fucking week. It'll be, people will be talking about it like we are now. It'll come out and it'll be gone.
Yep. Unless it's like really damaging to Eric Draven, and like if they do something just really, and they dig into the death of Brandon Lee, but like we'll see. But I don't know. It's already, it's not looking good. I'm not a fan, and his look, the vibe of the film is not really.
6 seconds in, I already fucking hate this piece of shit. 6 seconds.
Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. No, you look at this and you go like, this is our protagonist. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, in prison with a bunch of stupid Gen Z tattoos,
terrible jail tats that he got from somebody with a pen that you're not allowed to have, but somehow they find a way. Not that I've ever seen people do this in jail, but they get a pen, shave it down, and then they use the ink from the pen to get jail tats. That's what these are.
What does it say about his left eye? Juicy? I think I see a Y here.
Oh, yeah.
Juicy. That was his nickname in jail, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll continue.
That you're quite brilliantly broken.
You feel like my person?
You feel like my person.
What's the worst thing you've ever done?
What's the worst thing?
That's why you're in jail. Duh. It's like, why the hell? That's why you're in jail. You just be fucking terrible.
I raped an old lady. Whoa. Never mind. I forgot. What's the second worst thing you've ever done?
Not that serious.
No,
like, what's
kidding.
something like cool that? Yeah. Like, why are they just so degenerate I hate the fact that there are these like druggy degenerates living together, just like, oh fuck yeah, like always high all the time, just like, what's the worst crime you've ever committed? It's like, God,
No
why
one
would
owns
we
the
root for
water.
these
God owns the
people?
water.
It's like, shut up and just die already.
Yes.
Die.
maybe when Twiggleberry, when berries
Yeah.
and twigs, whenever she dies in the movie, maybe we'll be like, yeah, finally. Woo.
I was doing that in I remember the Solo movie when that robot died, like when she got blown away. I'm like, I was sober. I was applauding. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's right.
she's
Yeah.
dead."
Sex
That's
robot,
right.
a fembot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Saw things. I shouldn't have seen any of it.
What?
Julie! Julie! Please don't do this!
It looks like these guys are like part of a
Looks
mob.
like a tattoo artist. Is he a tattoo artist?
Oh, maybe that's what they did.
It looks like
yeah.
the scene in '89 Batman when Joker's going down and getting his face reconstructed.
Oh yeah.
This looks like.
But I'm wondering if like these guys are going to be part of a mob, or like they look cleaner than the guys that were in the first film. Like the guys that were in the first film were disgusting, right? Missing teeth and like just scraggly hair that you could smell just how like nasty they were.
They were different and unique. They all had their own different weapons, different senses of humor, dressed differently. It's like they were characters. Here, they all look like generic Russian villains. So they look like Russian mob villains.
100%.
Yeah, and there was a very religious aspect to the comic that we were reading, and to that character in the movie. And I get none of that here. And if it is here, it is so subtle it's not even on the screen. So I don't know what they're doing with that aspect of it, if they're just shying away from any religious.
Well, religion is evil, Kyle. Don't forget, religion is evil.
Exactly my point. So I'm like, what's their religion besides weed and onions? I don't know.
Yeah. This is I like Zach says, just cast Pedro Pascal at this point. Why not? Yeah. Let's give a huge shout out to my man Sigma Comics. HH, what is happening, dude? For $5. Thank you, sir. It was awesome, brother. He says, warm shout out to all, support quality indie books from Drew, Mutant Farm, and Sigma Comics. Hail. Agreed. Here Comes Calico Volume 3 manga is on Kickstarter. Head over there now. Awesome, Sigma. Thank you so much for dropping in, brother. Thank you for the 5. And yeah, guys, please go support Sigma Comics. You can find all of the Here Comes Calico books on his website, whether in single issue or in the manga format. So it is exactly what you are looking for if you want a badass like Punisher book or a great new Marvel book. Here Comes Calico is what you guys are looking for sure. So but yeah, thank you again, Sigma. That is really generous of you. Appreciate the 5. What's happening, Mark McGrath? You know me, brother. Yeah, it's unfortunate because there is a large portion of that comic, like you said, that does have a religious aspect of it. And even in the film, the 90s film, there's a little bit of it, but this one just seems to be throw that out the window. So
clearly.
Please don't do that.
Also, I feel like how they killed his girlfriend in the first film was way more brutal, right? Like,
absolutely.
Run the train on her and then shoot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because just, I mean, spoiler alert. I mean, at the very end of the film, what Eric does to the bad guy, he puts him through what they did to his wife or his fiance.
Yeah.
And that, you want to talk about justice? Holy shit, that's it. And
dude,
we're not gonna get any of that in this.
No.
And just the the shots, like him coming back, like the memories slowly coming back, like you don't really actually see what happens really at the beginning. It's like this, it seems like you're immediately shown everything. Like, this is how they've died, and it seems kind of gay. And I'm like, I don't. It's like, like
it's not.
No,
it's not that. It's not that painful. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's not that. Yeah.
It's like, no, like, I don't know.
Look, okay. Before we say anything, okay, I understand. Death is involved in this. Yes, death is terrible. We understand that, but how someone dies is what we're trying to say here. How Eric Draven's fiance died in the first, Alicia died in the first film in the 1991. Mm-hmm. That's pretty fucking terrible. Here, it's bad, yeah, but it's not as painful as that one was.
And maybe they do something in the movie that we don't see yet from the trailer. But from what I'm seeing, just from from the trailer that we can see right now, it looks like they just both put them in those, head bags and they're done, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think there's as much weight to that. Not saying that I want to see all these guys, run a train. No, but in the first film, it had much more weight.
That's fucking terrible. Yeah, exactly.
Terrifying.
It happens over and over again, and it's like Jesus.
Yeah, he has to keep reliving it, and it's just piece by piece, and you see their faces right up to the camera. It's just like,
and it's all in red.
Yeah,
like
and he knows he can't do anything. He can't do any. It's like, and you're sitting there thinking, like, why? Why? Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to us? Here, it's like we kind of got motivation as to why.
Okay, I get it, but that sucks. But anyway, I can see the comments now of people being like, well, why are you guys, it's not the same film, it's a different movie, they're taking creative liberties. When you name your movie after the movie from the 90s, the same film, the same title, people are going to directly correlate it with it and parallel it 1-to-1 and go, well, in the first one, this is what happened, and in the second one, this is what happened. So it's the same thing what they did with Ghostbusters. Like when Ghostbusters 2016 came out, people were like, oh, well, you can't really relate it to the first one because it's like you named it the same movie.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. You tried to make it the same movie, but just with girls. So.
They did it with Halloween in 2018 when you tried to do the requel or reboot. Like you call it Halloween, like you're going up against one of the greatest horror movies of all time that set a benchmark. It's like, and they knew that, and they respected it, and they made a good movie. Here, it's like, we have a movie, and we're probably going to put In Loving Memory of Brandon Lee at the end of it because we feel like we need to do that. And see, we're loving of him too, sure, right?
That they're going to be like, listen, we have to do this, okay, whether we care about it or not. It's like, oh shoot. Okay, so I want to play this. This will be for Sigma for his $5 earlier, but this kind of speaks to what we were talking about, how he's like reliving that moment, and finally just kind of is almost like overcome with grief and sadness and sorrow, but knows at this point that he has to do something about it. So here it is. His like first, maybe not his first, but one of his like hero moments of like,
well, that was
finally put on the makeup
on.
I've embraced. Yeah.
So. We get that here. That exact same thing.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. We should here. Let's play this because this is just as good, right?
When someone dies, a crow carries.
So like, okay, cool visuals.
Yeah,
it's in a train yard. Yeah, looks slick.
Great.
Looks very modern. Like, cool. All right, but substance? Do we have any substance?
Is this heaven?
Let's soul to the land of the dead. But sometimes something so bad happens And the soul cannot rest until you put the wrong things right.
So wait, did they just leave the bodies there at the house? Because he woke up at the house or at the apartment.
And that's what it
Yeah.
looks like. Yeah.
That's what the mob does.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Leave all trace. Yeah. Leave yeah.
You were
Look,
given
these,
the power
these
of
just
that
look like
God.
generic henchmen. That's what I hate about it. They just look like generic Russian henchmen. If it was the 91 film, they would all be different and unique, had their own.
And people are gonna go, oh, but it's so gritty. It's got blood and gore. It's so gritty, guys. Like, okay, like not everything
That's not
needs
the
to
fucking
have
point.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the point of the original movie was gritty in itself just because the subject matter, not because of like, oh, it's blood and gore. It's like, yeah, they had that too, but I love what Sigma says here. Dude, Brandon Lee was also a martial artist, like a legit real martial artist.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
not fast enough,
baby. Great film.
Couldn't miss a bullet though. Not that fast, are you? Huh? Yeah.
Oh, Kyle, too soon.
Kyle, we
soon.
just got canceled.
Damn
Gosh
it.
dang it, Kyle.
Sorry.
We were going well there until you had to cancel us. Ugh. But yeah, Sigma, I agree. This is 100%, the art and the craft of like acting and becoming the character. It's Brandon Lee will be remembered for his take on this. So
because it's no doubt everyone knew this movie was going to make him a star. He was going to be a superstar when this movie came out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and there is so much with that movie. It's like, why would you even want to touch it? Like, why do you eat? You will forever be tied to that film, no matter what you do, no matter how many decades have passed. It's like, it doesn't matter. There is so much lore with that movie. It's like, why would you even try? Why would you want to? Like, even if you had the greatest Crow story of all time and you're like, listen, I can do it justice. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, it's like you call, like I said earlier, call it something else.
Yeah,
it can be a different film. It's totally fine. You can have the best story in the world, call it something else, and then it can be your own original.
Change it from a crow to a fucking mongoose or something. It's like, I don't know.
Death Blow.
Yeah, call it Death Blow.
It's Death Blow. No, Kyle, it's Death Blow. Call it Death Blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. A mongoose.
It's
the mongoose.
The mongoose. It's like, okay, fine, cool. It's like, I want to homage the crow. It's like, fine, homage it all you want.
What if it's like coming 2025, the mallard?
Yeah.
Like a nice mallard.
Not quite the same, but
sure. during hunting season when a man is hunting mallards.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep going.
But you're running out of time to save her.
Wait, save her?
Running out of time to save her.
To save her. It sounds like Yaira.
Ooh.
Is he trying to avenge her or save her?
Both.
It's like, so are you telling me like save her, he can bring her back to Earth? No, don't. No,
don't do that. No.
Oh, so
that
you
ruins
can
the
sacrifice yourself for her to bring her back, so then she will become the Crowess.
The Crowess.
Crowess. Miss Crow.
Mrs. Crow. Crowman. The Crowman.
Not Crowman.
The Crowman. The horseman.
Horseman.
I will give Bill this. He looks freaking jacked as hell. Like he looks really lean and very, in shape, which is good. So
yes.
I'm gonna kill them.
Okay, problem number one. Well, sorry, problem number 100. The fucking CGI blood. I hate this shit. I am tired.
Oh, you want
squibs? Of CGI blood.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I want real squibs. Honestly, that's what I love about another thing I love about the original film, the 91 film. Granted, there were some computer effects it did, but the blood and squib, that was all fucking blood. That was all like those were all packets of blood. That wasn't digital blood. That was like those were those were squibs that they had,
especially with him. There was real blood with Brandon Lee. Like he had real blood coming out of him when they were shooting him. They wanted to make sure we got
Kyle.
Oh no,
Kyle.
What? They wanted realism. They really were like, we're gonna actually shoot you. I mean, they went for it.
Now you sound like what's his name? The Baldwin brother, Alec Baldwin. When he with the scene that he gets to like the crime lord's desk and his table, he's got all his cronies with him, and he's like, waste this dude, right? And they all just start unloading on him. You can like see his clothing just like being like with all the squibs and everything, and you do not get the impact or the weight with CGI blood because you can move your shoulder and go, oh, ow, but to see the cloth and the actual thing explode in your face, like that has a completely different weight to it that we're missing. So
100%.
Yeah, and the blood squib, right, when they do it in these films, like the CGI squib, it looks like someone just took a shit, like an explosive diarrhea, like it just shat out. It's like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we need the Taco Bell, shot right here. Just
yeah.
Got it. Where's all the smoky atmosphere?
Like, I remember, I said it's too slick. Like it's too clean. It's too slick.
Yes.
Like, put some dirt on the fucking camera or something.
Put some newspapers everywhere, like newspaper and trash and just grime.
Oh, you know what would have been cool? You know it could have helped? Doing this in black and white. Just like in the
that would help.
Black and white.
Add a little
bit
bit.
In black and white.
Maybe. It would add to the originality of being like, hey, we want to adapt the comic like 1-to-1 and do it black and white. That might have been interesting.
Yeah, or start it in color. He goes to black and white when he puts his makeup on his face, when he fully kind of transforms into the Crow, kind of change the color palette over. I don't know.
Maybe. Hey, these are all original ideas that these individuals, these creators, quote unquote, didn't think about. So,
no.
I killed you. Yeah, you did.
We have a problem. He came for us.
Oh, so cringy.
I know. I get what you're trying to do. It's supposed to look badass. Yes. I understand. In a music video, that would look badass.
Yeah.
And this doesn't. It just
no.
It doesn't work.
Oh well.
It's like yeah, I get it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Sure, right, yeah.
Edgar.
It like I said, I like it for a different movie. Like this is cool. Like, this like regal, beautiful palace, and you have this like filthy undead, right? Because that's who the Crow. He's undead. He's a zombie essentially.
He's the Walking Dead.
Yeah. Not a zombie. He's just the Walking Dead. But like getting shot up full of holes and like walking up the staircase and nothing's gonna stop him because he's on a revengeance thread. I don't know. It's just
it's the John Wick Opera House. Like that's what I thought of in this. Like literally when John Wick goes to that opera house, I'm like, that's where this is.
100%. Yeah.
It's not anger. It's love.
What do you guys think about that line? It's not anger, it's love. Like he's doing this for love.
I get it.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, because that's effectively why he's doing this, because it is out of love, and because something evil did happen. But if he didn't love if he didn't love her, he wouldn't be back to avenge her. So in a way, it does make sense.
But you can't have one without the other in this instance. It's like, it's love, but it's also pushing him to anger, which he wasn't should be accustomed to, which this love forced him into this anger and going down this path that he knows there is no way out of other than me ultimately dying. It's like, that is the journey. It's like,
Yeah.
No, it's love. It's actually love here.
You're
wrong, white man.
He's a loving person as he's like
It's all
goosh,
love.
goosh, 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 just like killing people and slaughtering
See
them.
how much he loves all of your
He
cronies.
He does it
loves
for
them
love.
all.
He loves
Each
all your
bullet is a
generic
kiss.
Russian cronies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, this is pretty cool. Capital Video says that the original is being released on 4K, baby. Nice.
Oh,
Sold.
make it that.
I honestly, you know what I want to see? I would love to see is when the day this film comes out in theaters, I would love to see pictures of people buying the 4K DVD and watching that watching that at home than this.
Spending my money.
I would.
Now, another question I always have when something like this happens is like, say you're Bill Skarsgård, Bill Skateboard.
Yep.
Do you take the acting role? Do you take the acting assignment? Because your manager calls you, he goes, dude, I've got the biggest break for you. This is going to make you a star.
You had me. You already got me. I'm already there.
Right? And your manager goes, but it's a remake. Are you
Don't
going to
care.
do it?
I already bought the plane ticket. I'm already going.
When do I start? Send me the script.
Yep,
I'm on board. Yeah. and I think for these actors, for a lot of them, I think that's fine that they take these assignments. You know, it's a lot. I don't necessarily blame a lot of them. I hope that they hone their craft and that they understand the respect for the film that came before them. But as an actor taking work, I don't blame them at all. Right. So
yeah, well, and it kind of reminds me when they were doing the Shining TV miniseries and Steven Weber was cast as Jack Torrance, and first off, you can't compare yourself to Jack Nicholson in that movie. Like that is just it's perfect casting, and it's like he is Jack Torrance, and Steven Weber was coming out saying like, oh, I really don't remember anything Jack Nicholson did in that role. I really have no idea what he did.
God.
He had to say that to make it seem like, please don't discount what I'm doing. Please, God, don't. Please, God.
So has Bill done an interview about this film yet? Has he said whether or not he's seen the original film or read the original graphic novel or anything like that?
That's a good question. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. I didn't do my research though, so
does he even know it's a remake? I'm excited to bring this character to life. It's so great to see him on the big screen.
I'm so thankful that we finally have a black female character lead in the Crow franchise. You know, like what? Yeah, imagine if they start pulling that crap. It's like, oh, come on.
She is the real Crow in this, not me. All right.
Yeah, she is his motivation for doing all this. So, all right, well, let's finish up this hunk of junk.
Look at what you've become. You know that love promises only pain.
They're like these weirdo gypsy hippies that just get fucking high.
Yeah, and look, you know, what would have been more powerful? It would have been more powerful, is if let's just say like that night they're getting high and stoned out there in the forest, which is okay, great, that's your prerogative. But they're driving home, their car breaks down, and then they're killed on the side of the road, like in the original graphic novel. Just how they were all, brutally killed.
That's how it starts.
Yes.
Yeah, these guys are dumping a body or coming back from doing some nefarious shit, and they just happen to come across paths and just be like,
yeah,
hey, these seem like easy targets. Let's fucking kill them.
There it is, right there.
I still don't like the idea of them being junkies.
No, neither do I.
No, they don't need to be junkies.
Just two innocent people just going on a camping trip. You know.
Yeah.
You have no idea what hell awaits you. No, I do not.
How many people have you loved?
I'll never be alone.
Parachute pants.
Yep. The parachute.
Too legit to quit. Hey. Too legit.
It was so much more impactful where it wasn't just him mowing down everybody that got in his fucking way. Like, I am going to kill an entire city full of people to get my revenge on it. It's like, no,
that's
I'm
Punisher's
going
job.
Yeah, a select few, 4 or 5 people.
Yes.
These are the fuckers I'm going to kill.
Yeah.
You're not my issue. You're not my problem. I'm going to try to save you while at the same time killing them, because you cannot save these people because they're so fucking degenerate and what they did was so heinous and evil. There is no redemption for them. Is redemption for you guys. It's like you have to have both sides, the light and the dark. It's like it's like, no, I'm just gonna fucking kill 75 people.
And yeah, because like Max brought up earlier in that boardroom scene when he's with the big bad boss, he says, "I'm here for him." It's like, and he's tuned everyone else out. He's like, "I'm here for him," and it's like, "Nope, kill him." It's like, "Oh, okay, everyone's open season now."
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah. If you guys want to, but when he's talking to guys like T-Bird or any of the
Fun Boy and all of them,
Fun Boy, when he's talking to them, he's like reciting the words that they said during his killing, and he's like, "You remember?"
Which is what made them characters. It made them unique. It made them stand out.
Each one of them had their own little thing that they were like, and he remembers that, and so when he goes to kill them, he's like, "I remember you, MFer," and this is what you did to me and to my girlfriend at the time, right? My fiance. And that's what made it so much more impactful. If he's just going around like, bad guy of the day over here, dead, this guy over here, dead. It's like, who are these people? What do they mean to you? Why are you exactly like you guys, you both said, it has so much more weight when he picks someone out and he's like, you're the one who did this to me. That's why you die,
And then seeing their acts of contrition, it's like right before you die, when you're like, I'm sorry for what I did. I cannot believe it's like, still doesn't matter. I'm still going to fucking kill you. It's like, but you want to hear that from them. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Oh, my life. I'm such a piece of shit. It's like, okay, that's great, but you're still going to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's great and all, but it doesn't save you from my gun.
Yep.
Nope. This is really interesting. This is almost, I don't want to say it's biblical, right? Because there are a lot of religious undertones in the film and in the comic, but like it always reminds me of what Christ said to I think it was the prostitute, when once she has come to him and she's like, forgive me for my sins. He says to her, go and sin no more. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, that is verbatim, go and sin no more. So it's not like, hey, I'm just gonna, you're a junkie, but I still love you. It's like, no, you're a junkie, but don't go doing that anymore. Like, that's not what you're supposed to do. Do not live your life in this sin. Go and sin no more. I have forgiven you of the things that you've done. Now go be a good mother. Go be a good father. Go be a good, whatever it is. And I think that was one of the things that they were trying to get across when he does save that junkie mom in the first film. Yeah. It's like,
he makes
now that I've saved
mother and daughter.
That's what it is. He's like, right, go and sin no more and be the mother that you are meant to be for your daughter, because she needs you. Mm-hmm. But other people will say, oh, well, he's just forgiving of everyone or understanding of. It's like, no, not really.
Or in this remake, I need to shoot her in the fucking face because she's in my fucking way. Fuck you.
Like two like gigantic pistols and a samurai sword. Yeah, wait, is he like is he a weeaboo? Why does he have a katana?
I don't know why anything happened in that. I don't know. Yeah. It's one trailer, I get it, and I know people overreact, but who gives a shit? It's the internet. You can overreact all you want, but
yeah,
I don't know what the budget is for this movie. I don't know, but I don't see it doing well.
Let's see if we can find that. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can find that. We'll do some research on Lugal.
Kyle, and you said something really important. You said that it's just a trailer, right? It doesn't hold any meaning or anything. And I think that's true with a lot of trailers. Sometimes we see trailers for comic books, and those don't really mean anything, right? That doesn't have any meaning towards any other grand like universe or anything. It's just a stupid trailer that costs like $2, and it doesn't. It's just a it's not. it's not really a trailer for anything bigger than just a comic. So it doesn't matter.
It's just a comic trailer made
50 million
no money.
is the budget.
50
of this one?
50 million. Yes, this one was 50 million.
Really?
Well, Kyle, what do we have to remember? This film went into production as far back as 2008. This is when this film first went in production. So this probably doesn't include all the pre-production budget they put into all those scripts and castings for all those earlier drafts. So this is probably closer to 75 million.
Holy shit, bro. I was still in high school when they started like conceptually coming up with this. I was
stationed in Florida.
Gosh, dang. That's wild.
I was a freshman in college. It's like, damn. 2008.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to my ass.
50. I was about to say, I don't know, but they could have used some of that 50 million on some squibs, but unfortunately, they're just going to CGI
and an actress.
Yeah, an actual actress who will play the part. Let's move on to our next topic because, you guys know our take on The Crow. We're pretty much done there. But let's take a look at what Tom Brevoort had to say because on Twitter, or actually on, where was it? On like Bounding Into Comics and all these different comic book sites. Last week, was it, Drew, that we got the news of the new X-Men comics that are coming out, right?
Yeah, roughly like last week. Yeah, we got ideas. Okay. We got a good ideas of who they were, but nothing really official until yesterday. Okay.
So this he puts this tweet out yesterday evening, and he says, surprisingly, I'm not seeing many people talking about our X-Men trailer.
Way to bury the lead.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
And if anyone had any reservations or questions as to what people are wondering, not many people are talking about your X-Men trailer. What are you talking about? What do you mean? This is your new X creative group. There's no hype for this.
The microphone. He's talking about it.
He's talking, right? Look. This is exciting.
Yeah,
Look how exciting this is.
And you got 35-year-old Gail Simone over there, maybe 40-year-old Gail Simone, and
she looks great for 35.
Yeah, she does.
Looks damn hot.
But this is just the bastion of health here, and creativity that will save the comic book industry. So,
thank God they're here.
Thank God for them saving the day.
Ironically, C4 Energy, which is a shake to help you when you're working out, is promoted behind them.
Oh, is it really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, C4 Energy is right.
Oh, C4. Oh, it really is C4, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, C4 like pre-workout and stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's your pre-workout for you.
Oh boy. You think these people have ever seen the inside of a gym?
No.
Okay.
Or the outside.
To Max, before we show this trailer, people, I just want to let everyone know, I'm calling my shot right now. My trailer for Unholy Nightmare, right now, that trailer, original trailer, is better than anything we're going to see right here from Marvel. And this
That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement, my man. This is Disney's Marvel, dude. They've got millions of dollars backing them.
Billions.
Huge budget, great creators. So, but Tom Brevoort put out that tweet and he said, surprisingly, like we mentioned before, surprisingly, there's not a lot of hype behind our trailer. I don't know why, so I'm going to post it here. So let us go ahead and check out the new Marvel trailer for the 3 X-Men books that will be releasing. Is it this summer?
I think so.
I think it'll say here, but we'll
it's starting this summer. Yeah, it's like June or July starting. May.
Okay.
May.
Oh, even earlier.
May the 4th be with you.
Yay! Better for us, boys, because we get to review more comic books. Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Raise that roof.
Yeah. I know that logo. I've seen that logo before. You know that? Oh my God. Oh, Jubilee. I know Jubilee.
We already are. Okay.
White guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I laughed my ass off at this when I first saw this.
Dude, I almost
right
punched
coming up
the
right here.
screen.
Yes.
What's about to happen? I almost threw my phone from laughter.
I almost
was
threw the
watching
computer out the window. I was
what?
just like, fuck. As if you couldn't tell a fucking tiger looking.
Yeah,
wait for it.
Skin's all like.
She's a mutant. What?
Yeah.
What?
No.
What are you talking about?
No.
She's not.
I've got like horns sticking out of my head, and I'm like,
yeah. You're a mutant, aren't you?
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not. You're a mutant.
I was talking to our buddy Joe Corallo earlier today when that's about this scene. I was like, devil's advocate. What if she's signaling, no, I'm with Magneto. I'm a mutant, obviously, but I'm with Magneto.
Yeah.
But they're probably not that creative. They're not that clever. I'm just saying, like there's a possibility.
Yeah, this is
Horns down. Isn't that a Texas Longhorn thing? Horns down.
Oh,
is that a Longhorn thing?
I think they do this at games. I don't know.
Something like that.
Rock on.
Maybe they like football. Maybe they
That's
like
what I'm
football.
thinking. Like they're Texas Longhorn fans.
And then this is also I love you in sign language. So like maybe they're just all saying I love you.
Or she meant I'm a woman.
This is Apple.
W for woman.
W for woman.
It is Women's History Month, so or Women's Appreciation Month or something. So, but yeah, no, this just I lost my shit laughing. I was like, they're throwing up gang signs now.
Oh God, you're gonna see this panel in a fucking book, and I'm just gonna want to burn it.
I just
It's
think
just like
so
no
funny.
shit. You're a fucking mutant.
Yeah,
Thanks, Captain
Like let's
Obvious.
look at her face.
Yeah, look at you. You're a fucking freak. Of course, you're a mutant.
As if there's any doubt.
Yeah. Hey, but guys, they're hated and they're hunted for merely existing.
Clearly, you're hunted.
Yeah.
I hunted, Rob. I hunted
I hunted for a mutant.
for a mutant. I couldn't find her washing dishes in a diner.
Oh, M is for Mags, guys. That's what it was. Dang. 3D chess. They're playing 3D chess.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Whoa, look at those two cool people.
Whoa. Okay, Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
Stegman on Wolvie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's done better
Small
Wolvies.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yes,
I gotta
that's
say,
not
he's
his
done
best
better
Wolverine.
Wolvies before. No.
Whoa.
No idea who you guys are.
I know who all those.
They're cannon fodder.
So is Cyclops 18 again? What the hell?
I was gonna
What's
say
up?
18 is pretty generous. He looks like he's 12.
Dude, yeah. What they made Gambit look older, but Cyclops looks like he's a teenager.
Like he's his son.
Yeah, no, for real. Why did they
Why
do
is
my
Magneto
boy
lazy?
Cyclops dirty like that? Oh.
Yeah.
So everyone can
Okay.
put him down. Like you're so fucking young. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking kid. Wait, I thought we hated old people. Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
So the middle one is the uncanny, and then this one is
The
spectacular.
old canny. Yep. And then
Sensational?
Sensational. That's the one. And what's
No.
this one with
Oh,
Emma
okay.
Frost? What's the far one? I forget.
who cares?
Is it exceptionally
Who
astonishing?
the Who Cares X-Men? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally, I have no clue who any of you are.
I
I have no clue who any of you are except for White Queen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, here you have it, boys and girls. A new beginning. We got the creative teams released for the Marvel X-Men books this summer. On Uncanny X-Men.
I'll be right back.
Gail Simone. Oh, you're going to miss this news, Drew. You're going to miss the news. Gail Simone and David Marquez. Let's give a round of applause for Gail
My camera
Simone.
froze because it's so awesome. Yay!
Actually, that's perfect timing because that face is probably what I want to make too. Just Just a yep.
Oh, you don't see my face now.
I do not care.
Fuck.
X-Men.
You not get X-Men right, let alone 3 X-Men. You get them all wrong.
All wrong. To put creators that no one really. Ryan Stegman.
Yeah, it's like, okay, good. You got a good artist, but
yeah.
Okay.
What are we going to do with the story? So we got adjectiveless X-Men.
Correct.
And we have exceptional X-Men with Eve L. Ewing and Carmen Carnero.
I'm shocked that it's actually spelled exceptional and not just ek.
Oh my god! Yeah, just the exceptional. Yeah, no, 100%.
Don't give them ideas, Kyle. Don't give them ideas.
They did kind of try with that. They did.
Yeah, the only full lineup I know is the Uncanny X-Men. That's the only full lineup I know.
Oh,
yeah.
Gary, is this true? They have 9 titles. Well, are you talking about like? So they're gonna have a Wolverine. They're gonna have a Nightcrawler. I think they're gonna have Mystique.
I think. I think the spinoffs.
Wait, they're doing solos too. Tied in with all 3 of these.
That's a lot. That's a lot of books.
God,
we're gonna have to like. Our live streams are going to be 6 hours just trying to get through these books.
Shit. What? Nobody's going to read this crap. Like,
what are you talking about, Kyle? Because, when they did Punisher with David Pepos, that was an ongoing until they canceled it after 4 issues. So
yeah, because it was a hit.
Yeah. So who's to say that they're not going to cancel all of these after 4 issues? So
it's impossible.
Oh, so the other titles include Phoenix, X Factor, Storm, NYX, X-Force, and Wolverine.
Say that one more time. Nyx, X-Force, Wolverine,
Phoenix, X Factor, Storm, Nyx, X-Force, and Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
X Factor, Wolverine, Nyx, Phoenix. Okay. Oh, but they don't have enough creators to actually put on all these titles.
No, they don't.
Well,
they
have creators, but not the good ones.
Yeah, sorry. I guess that's what I should have said. But yeah, I mean, okay, so are they going to keep Ben Percy on Wolverine? Maybe they could put Louise Simonson. Wasn't
she was on Phoenix?
Yeah, didn't she do a Jean Grey book? She did the Jean Grey book. So
yeah, the Jean Grey. That's right.
Which was overall okay.
Yeah.
Bad.
So Wheezy could do Phoenix. Vita Ayala could do Storm.
Avi.
Yep.
And we're down to like maybe Christos Gage and the who are the two brothers, or not brothers, the two Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Who?
Kelly and Lansing.
Kelly and Lansing.
Yeah. Maybe we could put them on a
Dumber.
book.
Yeah,
sure.
And Christopher Can't Write Well can do something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Can't write well. We can't forget it. Forget about him. So. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Capullo's on Wolverine, so that'll be dope. I hope.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The art will be good at least, but
yeah, at least we can rely on the art.
Yeah, hopefully it's not just a bunch of medium shots of just him standing around and talking, but we'll see.
Yeah. Could you imagine that? The writer finally comes up to Greg Capullo and he's like, "All right, man, I'm so excited to work with you. Thankful for the opportunity. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Wolverine, the first 6 issues, he's in a lawsuit and we're in like a courtroom." And Greg Capullo's like, "The fuck you want me to do?" He's like, "What? You mean there's no action? They're just talking?" Yeah.
No, but they're yelling at each other because he misgendered someone online.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
He's like, "Well, that check cleared, so sure, I'll draw whatever you want."
But what is the check though, Kyle? I mean, do they even have the check to pay Greg Capullo for more than 4?
That's why he wanted to make sure it didn't bounce.
Yeah. Oh, July 2024, From the Ashes, a new beginning. Here it is.
The ashes of
Krakoa?
whatever. I don't even know. On the ashes of the Hellfire Gala.
Yeah, when they killed everyone at the Hellfire Gala. So, yes, Fiend, this is the trailer that Tom Brevoort said no one is talking about. And you go, I wonder why.
All I'm going to say is the trailer of that quote unquote quality, they were Neil Adams and Marvel were doing animated comic features of that shit well over a decade ago. Actually, at this point, probably 15 years ago, they were doing films of that quality. 2009, they were. This is fucking lazy. It just shows you they didn't even try because they didn't care.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing with this as well. But they also had to go down the line of literally almost everyone in the comic book industry. Rick Remender and
Ed Brubaker.
Let me see if I can find Ed Brubaker.
Oh, you can pull up the list?
I'm going to see if I can find the list because I thought I had the list earlier, but I'm not sure where it is.
I got to give me 1 second.
I think one of our friends was talking about it. Yeah, so you have Bendis. You try and beg Bendis to come back. You beg Tom King, Remender, Jeff Johns, Jonathan Hickman, Ed Brubaker, Kelly Sue DeConnick. Oh my god. Jason Aaron. And you even try and get Donnie Cates back.
Wow.
And you wind up with Gail Simone, L. Ewing, and Double Team McKay.
Yep. They wanted Donnie Cates and Stegman on an X-Men title so badly.
Oh, they even went to Joe Rosenberg.
Matt Rosenberg.
Matthew Rosenpenis?
Yes, Matthew Rosenberg, yeah.
Matt Rosenpenis. Yeah, Rosenpenis. Yep.
There you go. They even went to Rosenberg, and Rosenberg said no. Damn. That would have been interesting. If Grant Morrison was asked, I'm sure he probably said no too. So,
I'm sure he was asked. I'm sure Alan Moore was asked too.
Oh man! Speaking of more X-Men stuff, there was. Let's see. Was it? Let me see if I can pull up the video. So, one of the X-Men characters, Wolverine, who on his title in the 90s was pretty. I mean, Wolverine in the 90s was a god, needless to say. And who was writing him at the time? None other than Larry Hama, who has also done G.I. Joe. And the G.I. Joe book was like notoriously known for creating a lot of these characters. As Aaron Sparrow would say, like, I think what Larry Hama did with these characters was really flesh them out better than anyone else could. So
he based them all off people he knew when he was in Vietnam. He based them all off friends and people
really?
he knew. Yes, he did.
Oh, wow.
A lot of them had different characteristics of people he knew. And
that's incredible.
He gave them all their backstories.
So Larry Hama has been in the industry for a while and has just been crushing it. He's an absolute legend. And his two books that I know him best on are G.I. Joe and Wolverine. And when you do think of that Wolverine run, Larry Hama was on pretty, like, I would say almost like 90% of that thing. He was on a lot of those issues. I think most people think, oh, the Frank Miller series and the John Buscema art on the first few issues or whatever. But it really became Silvestri and Hama. That was what people remember.
And after that, he had fucking Adam Kubert doing the art right after.
Yeah, that's right.
Boom. Oh. That to me, because when I met Larry, I told him, like, dude, it's like, look, I love what you did with Mark and everything, but here with Adam, you guys killed it. This was my Wolverine growing up. It just there were those issues. Wolverine was just such a beast with the bone claws. It was just beautiful.
Looks so good. It's just full of testosterone, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So on Larry's, I think this is his Facebook like fan account. He posts there from time to time. He posted this after receiving this letter to his house. This is fan mail that was mailed to him. And I'll read the letter real quick. It says, Dear Mr. Hama, thanks for taking time to read my letter. I hope everything is going well for you and your family. We're doing okay here in Minnesota. It's great that we can get back to doing things like getting together with friends and family. I'm a huge fan of your work. I think you're an outstanding artist. I've been reading and collecting comic books since I was a kid in the 70s. I really love Marvel, and I'm also a big fan of G.I. Joe. I collected the action figures when I was a kid, and we bought them for our kids. I really wanted to be an artist. I remember drawing the picture on the back of the comic book and never hearing back. I took that as a sign that maybe I should find a different career, and to be honest, I wasn't that good. LOL. I'm wondering if you could please draw me one of your characters. I would really appreciate it. This would be a great addition to my collection. Thanks. So it's a fan who loves Larry Hama, but he's just kind of like, hey, can you draw me something? He's just kind of like, yeah, can you give me like a free sketch or a drawing or something of one of your characters? And unfortunately, Larry, I think this was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, because Larry responds with, I'm starting to get these again, mailed to my home address. I'm going to discard all mail from unknown addresses unopened from now on. I literally do not have time for this. I am 75 and I'm still working because I can't afford to retire. I do not receive royalties. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%, dude. And he's not even done. Like, when I first read that sentence, I was like, oh my God, imagine feeling like like you are being forced to work for your own livelihood. It's 75, man. I do not receive royalties from any of the G.I. Joe material I have worked on. Also heartbreaking. Like, are you freaking serious? This dude created those characters. And I do not receive royalties from Marvel foreign sales. I live on my page rate, which hasn't gone up in 30 years.
That's disgusting.
I sign comics and toys for 100%. I sign comics and toys for free, 2 items, as long as they are dedicated, so 2 Max, 2 Kyle, 2 Drew. But I charge for undedicated SIGs, and I charge for sketches.
And he sells out of those sketches quick, but besides, that's not the point. But the fact, like you brought up earlier, is the fact he's 75. His page rate hasn't changed. He can't retire. He's not getting residuals on the characters he created. He was on the toys that made us, the G.I. Joe toys that made us, talking about.
That's right.
The toys. And you're fucking telling me right now he doesn't get residuals? That is fucking bullshit. Everything about this is bullshit. This is a crime.
Yeah, this is extremely sad, especially for someone who had such an influence on my childhood, and someone who I still regularly read. I still go back to those Wolvie comics, and I'm going through the G.I. Joe comics right now, and he's such an incredible talent and a patriot. Like, this dude served our country in one of the most brutal, disgusting wars we've ever taken part in. And this was a really interesting comment that was on the video. But this YouTube user says, makes it out of Vietnam in one piece and then spends the next 50 plus years in comics and still has to work at 75 years old. Appalling. And yeah, it breaks your heart, man, when you see someone who has worked so hard in their career, in their life, to serve their country, create an incredible, thriving industry, and now barely makes ends meet.
Yeah, it's terrible with his money and wants to blame everybody for his lot in life. I know. How horrible it must be.
Oh, Kyle. No.
Man.
man.
Kyle
is just
your
the
own
master of bad
finances.
takes.
How horrible. I'm so sorry for you.
Well, I mean, you know what? Kyle, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about Danny Lore, who keeps posting her, Patreon page or her GoFundMe page, because she continues on Twitter to beg for money when she doesn't actually do any work.
That's a true patriot. We need to help her out in any way, shape, or form. She's a real industry hero that we need to be propping up and supporting.
Interesting. That's an interesting take. Okay. We got a lot of diverse takes on this show, but
as you should.
As we should. JK says, do artists not negotiate rates? I think they do, but the unfortunate thing, JK, is that even if you have like a large name like a Greg Capullo on Wolverine, like I'm sure he's taken a pay cut. There's no way that they can pay him what he was making at his height. And I think that it's really down to the corporation and not necessarily like editorial saying, "Hey, we'll pay you $70 a page or something." What did EVS say that he was making a page, like a couple thousand, right?
No, he was making upwards of. He was making 1,000 a page, and so 20.
Jesus,
so
dude.
let's say a comic as a whole. Ethan was making upwards of 1,000 a page, 22-page comic. So he's making roughly 20 to 22,000 off interior work, and his covers. He said he would make probably around 20 grand selling a cover. So he could make around 40 grand on one comic.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah, that's it's unfortunate that we're not in an industry that is able to pay that anymore, because right now they can barely make they're barely paying $70 a page for people to write. So, and you can't live off that. You could write as many books as the X office is putting out, and you still can't live off that. So
crazy. I'm gonna.
Oh yeah. Kyle was like, "I'm done doing bad takes." JK, I think this is a good point too. I think Sean Gordon Murphy is right, though, that young artists need to be taught business as well as art. Corporations are never going to pay more than they have to. Yeah, I think that's for everyone. I think everyone who's in a corporation or a business needs to learn how to finance, how to manage their finances and how to budget properly. Because so many times you get your first paycheck and you're like, I'm gonna buy a new F-150, and it's like, can't really do that as much as you might want one. So,
yeah, especially if that's your one big paycheck for the next 6 months or a year.
Yeah,
figure out the budget.
Yeah.
Then you got taxes on top of that.
Yep.
or do like what Chris Moore does. Hey, live below
Yep.
your means. That's like what I like to do. I like to live below my means. So
there you go.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah. And yeah, that sometimes it sucks because you're like, hey, I see all these people living lavish lifestyles and whatnot, but at the same time, you have to be smart. And it's like, do you want teeth falling out of your head, or do you want to have a livable lifestyle where you're, successful and happy, but also not, asking for sandwich money on Twitter? It's like,
True.
But yeah, any other thoughts about Larry Hama? It's heartbreaking overall. And, I would say if there's any, like if he's ever at a convention, even if he doesn't ask me to pay for a signature or something, I still think I'm going to purchase art or comics or something from him, because I'm just stunned that this man has not been treated the correct way with the legacy that he has created in the industry,
especially with the GI Joes. But anyway, if you go to a show where he's at, I don't know if Kyle walked by his table that much, but I mean, I do know C2E2, for example, he does very, very well. He puts out his sketches he does or whatever, his commissions, and they also like gangbusters. They're all gone. Done.
Oh, good.
It's like a day if that. He always has a line, people getting signatures and all that. So, but he does all right, but he should be doing a hell of a lot better than what he is right now. He should be.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
Yeah. How many writers and artists do Marvel and DC have on their payroll right now? I do not know.
They're freelance. They're not.
Yeah.
They're all freelance. They're not actual employees.
Very well. So, what's up, Rudy? Great to see you, brother. Thanks for being here. Happy to see you this week. Dude, yeah, this is a huge problem within the industry right now. 80 to 100 books a month, and that's not even including variants. That's despicable. That's disgusting. Oh,
healthy market.
Absolutely.
Diversity. We were talking about it.
Yeah, diverse comics, diverse stories, all kinds of great stuff. So it's never been more diverse than right now. So yeah, I can absolutely see this, Josh. And
that's what I was getting at. I was joking, but like, okay, yeah, it does suck he doesn't get residuals. He should, obviously. But it's like at the same point in time, you do have to take into account how you're spending your money and what you're doing. It's like, yeah, it sucks how they're treating you. They shouldn't be treating you that way.
Yeah.
But also, why are you in this situation? It's not because you're not getting residuals. It's got to be from something else. So what's the issue? Let's solve that problem.
I don't know.
Two things can be true.
Potentially. I mutant. I'm mutant. Yeah, I wish
Maybe
I knew more.
Bad investments. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he did. He could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he could have invested in powdered wigs. Who knows? Yeah.
Yep. NFTs, he could have done all that.
Oh God, NFTs. I do respect the hell out of him though, because he is not on Twitter groveling for people to go to his GoFundMe. So
not yet.
No. Not yet.
I don't think he knows what that is.
Let's go to something a little bit more upbeat. Maybe. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. So spoilers. If anyone has been reading the most recently, ended Transformers book, they ended technically their main run with that 6 issues. They're now going to remove Daniel Warren Johnson from the interior art and replace it with Jorge Corona. And we're going to see some of the interiors of Jorge Corona's work. So, chat, viewers, lurkers, if you guys do not want to see interior art from the Transformers issue number 7, be aware. So avert your eyes, ye who do not want to see spoilers for the next issue. But this is what we are going to be alluded to see with the new artist. And I gotta say, guys, I don't know how you're feeling about this, but
sucks.
I think it looks okay. I mean, it's no great. Daniel Warren Johnson.
It's as good as you can get it without it being Daniel Warren Johnson. I mean,
yes, bullseye.
Like this panel is great.
I like the close up of Soundwave. I really liked when you see right there. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Real close up to Soundwave and the fire that explode. I'm like, everything, like it has a feel to it. You can see details in their armor, and I love it. I think it's great.
The emotion is in Starscream's face here. Yep. He's like, "Oh, I am effed right now." So that's good.
Those
that's
robots getting blown up bits. They look amazing right there in that bottom panel.
Yeah. So this is looking good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh, getting punched in the face like this. A lot of force.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm talking about. Love it.
That's it. It's like, okay.
So you know what? I gotta commend him because this is looking better than I expected, better than I thought. And what's great about this too is that it's not a huge drastic change like in the Conan books. Even though the newest artist who's on there, La Roca, is that who's doing I forget who's doing the art currently for the book.
Shit.
Because we had Roberto De La Torre, who's like Braithwaite. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we had Roberto De La Torre, and then now Braithwaite. Both are incredible artists, but very completely different feels of artwork, and it's really jarring. You can't really grasp you can't fit your head around it. But with this, I think it's a smooth transition into Corona here. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's not very jarring. You could easily pick up if you didn't know. If you just picked up issue 7, you're like, all right, I'm going to keep reading it. You probably wouldn't notice it right away.
You know what I think helps too is what helps too is they've also got Mike Spicer on colors, so that's going to be a huge plus for them.
And I think even Daniel Warren Johnson is he still doing covers? I know he did a cover for this issue.
Yeah, looks like he's probably doing covers maybe till issue 10 or 12. But I know he's definitely writing till issue 10.
That's when you're going to notice when he leaves writing.
Whenever he leaves.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that puppy off my pull list. Yeah, exactly.
We'll see a very
and then they will be the Transformers.
Finally.
So.
Yes.
It'll be her story, whatever the fuck her name is. What is it? Rockstar? What's her name?
It's about time. It's It's Lona Steelrose from Do a Powerbomb.
That's right.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So you know what? I'm happy with this. Like I said, not bad. It's all right. And then once you get to stuff down here, you really begin to notice, like, oh man, this guy's really talented. So that's cool.
Yeah, he's trying.
He did.
Hey, look at that.
It's like he looked at the work before him and was like, hey, I should probably continue along this same line.
Yeah. Hey, if I don't want to be, if I don't want to be yelled out of the industry, I should probably put my best foot forward and actually do some good work for this series that people really love. So
yeah.
But you know who didn't put their best foot forward? Now, we went over this book and I'm a little worried. I'm a little nervous because I didn't notice it. And I think there were actually at points where I was like, wow, that looks really good. Because I was fooled, Jerry. No, you want to say I was fooled, Jerry. You fooled me, Jerry.
See the difference?
How about you go away?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, the artist of the most recent Batman issue, he fooled me. He fooled me, Jerry. He fooled me, Jerry. So this is a Twitter thread that was brought to our attention from James DeLeach. And the individual on Twitter says, now that I've read all the issues of Batman that Andrea Sorrentino?
Andrea Sorrentino.
Andrea, thank you. Yaira Sorrentino contributed to. I feel like there's a pretty strong case that AI art is being used. I'd love to be wrong about this, especially as the run has been so great. It's not been great. But
he's wrong.
It's hard to avoid. I'll explain in this thread. So let's take a look at some of these photos. So this is one of them he posted. You can kind of see what the metal works here. It's like, what's going on? What's going on back here?
Yeah, and the other big thing was like the nipples. Where the nipples were off. Like
he's got a nipple up here, and then the other one's down here in the ribs. So you're kind of
obviously, for obvious reasons, yes, they surgically moved it, but they moved it back here. Avi.
And it's like, okay, so you've got jacked Joker, but then you've got emaciated Joker.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Again, nipple placement is a little off, but that could maybe just be his skin, right? You know?
Yep.
This, if you told me someone painted it, I'd probably say, yeah, I believe that. You know?
I would, yeah.
Like you see the hand in the corner here, that still looks fairly real. You can see the brush strokes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think even this one, I even said in our live stream, which I'm embarrassed about now, but I was like, damn, it's really difficult to draw horses. and then being like, oh shit, well, if you AI art
for
a
computer,
horse,
it's not.
And what I'm also noticing is this a speaker? What the hell is on the horse? What is
He's channeling the bats. He's channeling the bats. He's using bat.
Sonar. He's using the
to save people with the code
with the bats,
the shears, the bats, and the bats.
And I remember how much we all were like, "This is Ben Affleck." This is Ben Affleck.
A lot like Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Not just that one panel. It's several panels.
Oh, multiple. Yeah, multiple. You could, like the silhouette, the face structure, the symbol on the actual costume. Yeah, all of that. So let's go through this a little bit. First off, there are the usual telltale signs: strange anatomy, errors a human is unlike to make. The weird hands, Joker being insanely ripped in one panel and wasting away in another, his wandering nipples, fingers.
Yeah, the fingers are a little off.
Little fingies. But hands are difficult to do. You know?
Sure.
Like a hand that's...
for a talented artist, you're right. they don't know how hands look.
Oh, you're right. And then I got the little... What's going on? Little mole. Nice to mole you.
Yep.
Nice to meet you. Okay. All right, so we've seen those. Secondly, there's the style, which Sorrentino doesn't appear to have used before outside of a couple of Instagram posts. His other work is very distinctive, heavily photo referenced, high contrast. Wait, photo referenced 3D assets?
Ooh.
Did he say he used 3D?
Well, if you look, he would use photo references. It's getting a bad rap, getting photo references. A lot of artists use photo references. Fucking Norman Rockwell's using fucking photo references. All right.
Oh,
that's nothing new.
No, Ross uses them like a lot of people.
Yeah. No, I'm obviously kidding, because photo reference is what any good artist will do. Like, photo reference is massively integrated into the craft of painting and illustrating, and like you have to do that. But
straight up copying an image from Google to your page, that's a different story.
Yeah, considering that, like, when Alex Ross does photo reference, he sets up lighting, he has costumes, he hires people to, model for him, or he's his own model. Like, he does his own photo reference. So there's a little bit of a difference.
Yes.
Not enough on its own, but telling. So these, I guess, are. So this is his Sorrentino's art.
Yeah. Allegedly.
This is another one. Allegedly, right?
Allegedly.
So this is also him.
So Max, that's his typical art style. That is typically how he's drawn in the past.
Oh,
yeah, that's how he looked normally. Yeah. So as opposed to the first two, it's like that doesn't look like how you normally.
Yeah. Because that looks like Ben Affleck again. So
yes, it does.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looks like a different artist did that.
It does look like a different artist did that. You are right. Mm-hmm. The shift in style becomes more suspicious when you note that there seems to be additions in a much more basic brush. Look at the repetition in shape of the large black stroke in the first image, the daubs of red in the second and third. If you're actually painting these, why skimp here? Interesting.
Indeed.
Okay. This image in particular feels like a prompt that's been modified to look Jokerish. Why the washboard abs, the ripped jeans and sneakers? Hardly screams Joker. Smart move, hiding the hands, though.
Indeed.
Interesting. Oh, because if the fingers were all fucked. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Sturgis.
Oh, Sturgis.
Did I give you those legs, or did God give you those? Another thing that stands out is how low resolution the painted panels are compared to the rest of the art. Look at the pixelation and JPEG artifacts compared to the smooth speech balloons and the non-painted art. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's a Ben Affleck reference. At least this was another one that I was like, oh, that's Ben.
One of the many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Sure.
Here's a good example of seemingly carefully painted art being modified in pretty rudimentary fashion, presumably because it didn't fit the intended purpose. The sharp outlines around the cut. So, man, this guy's doing like legit, like very serious work here.
Yeah.
I've seen people say that you can't achieve that kind of look with a machine. So here's some examples of similar looking art.
Similar AI art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this is generated. Interesting. You can still see the brush strokes.
That's human error.
Very much so. So I think he finishes off. Where does the end go? But yeah, I forget what he says for the ending. But this is all really interesting stuff here, because after seeing all of that, I'll ask you, my wonderful panel, Drew, Kyle, what's your consensus? What do you think about this? Do you feel like it was a case? Is he guilty of using AI art or not?
I'm not saying he's completely guilty, but I'm saying it's a very strong possibility he is. It's a very strong possibility that he lifted a lot of images and generated them through a computer, and they're looking off. And the other thing is, it's not his typical style, any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
not even close to it. So there is a problem here. Something is awry. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Yeah, it's that burden of proof. It's like, is he guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Is there reasonable doubt to think that he did this or not? And I don't know if on that jury, if I would be willing to say, yes, he's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
I think there might be a little bit of doubt in there to think that, I don't know, maybe he did. I have no fucking clue. I really don't know. Yeah. But it raises doubt, though. You have the question. It's in people's minds now. People have been inceptioned now to be like, okay, now I'm going to question everything. What's even real in my life? Are we all living in a simulation? Are we just all just Matrix?
What is life?
What's anything?
Dude, Robert Meyer Burnett, actually, he did a Robservations podcast like 2 weeks ago or something, and he talked about living in a simulation, what that would look like or what that would feel like, and how we would respond. Like, I was just so enthralled by and fascinated by that.
Either way, it's not good for DC. It's not a good look at all.
No, not at all. Even if he is innocent, like even if he didn't use AI art, this still, people see this and they're like, just implanting that little bit of doubt.
Yep.
Well, so, oh wow, damn, Josh is
okay.
AI art. So Josh would be in the jury. He would be like, no, he's beyond a reasonable doubt.
He's guilty.
Right.
He's guilty.
Okay.
Thing.
I mean, I would lean towards guilty. I would, looking at all of his work, like if you had a giant like board up and it's all of his art, and then you have all of this art, and you're able to look at them and be like, no fucking way he is able to do both to that degree of greatness. It's just like,
And it's, because people have evolved their style. Like even with Alex Ross, he did that Fantastic Four book where it's like Jack Kirby-esque in some places. So his art style has even evolved for different mediums and different modalities. But to this extent, where it's like a completely, like you're not even in the same ballpark of illustrations and stuff that you're doing. Like this looks like a completely different person. I don't know. All I'm saying is that I've been using, Midjourney and a couple of different AI art apps for our thumbnails. Because with you guys, you guys have seen me send you guys pictures of, hey, I made Drew into Iron Man, or I made Kyle into Batman, right? Like, using different AI functions. I will say that in my trial and error, like the first week that I was using the app and I was like really trying to fixate on like, okay, what's the prompt that I need to use? A lot of my images came out looking like what he has made. So, it's not a, like I said, it's not on 100% proof, but it definitely puts the doubt into my mind saying like, damn, I got screwed again. They tricked me. They fooled me, Jared.
All right. I know a way to save it. They go to CGC and have CGC put on a label saying this is the first AI generated art in a DC mainstream comic book. There, boom, label
there you
it.
Go. Save
this. Yeah. There you go. Put it on Key Collector. This thing will jump up to $10 million.
Where are the prospectors? That'll save the industry. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get that on the secondary market. Get those bad boys pumping through. Yeah.
Get it going.
Let's
go.
First found usage of AI art in a comic. And then there will have to be the actual first appearance of AI art.
Right. What's the first AI art?
Yeah.
The first AI art in mainstream. I don't know.
Yeah.
See? I'm starting a whole new thing. Why didn't I think of this? Son of a bitch.
Now someone's going to steal your idea.
Yeah.
Kyle. Gosh dang it.
Damn it.
Well, if any of you wonderful people are watching this stream, you heard it here first, folks. Kyle came up with it. So we have video proof, video evidence. Josh, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, of course. Why would you waste your time on this? But at the same time, it's like, have pride in your work, man. Because he is a talented artist. Like, why would you waste are you wasting your talents on some of these books that are just dog crap? Yes. But if you take pride in your own work, no matter what the story is, you're going to produce the best art you possibly can. I would hope.
As a professional, yes, you should.
As a professional, you would hope.
Hopefully you got
take
that
pride in your
integrity.
work has integrity. So
yeah, clearly he's got no integrity.
He's got no integrity.
I don't get that reference. I'm not old enough. Sorry.
What? You don't get what? Seriously?
He's got no integrity. Yeah. What is that?
Got no
that
integrity. It's got old reference.
He got no integrity. Yeah,
no integrity.
That's new South Park.
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't watched any of the new stuff.
Oh my!
I haven't even watched Panderstone.
Oh my god! Wow, integrity weed. Jeez, wow.
Josh, are you saying that Liam Sharp should be accused? Oh no, he's saying that Liam Sharp's art style has changed.
Well, at least Liam is actually fucking painting his stuff. He's legit doing that.
Like Liam is same with Puppeteer Lee. Same thing with Simon Bisley, The Biz. They're all painting.
Yep.
You know what's funny? I loved this Batman Reptilian book until I didn't. Where you find out that like Killer Croc is actually like a woman and he's been like
giving birth,
birthing other Killer Crocs and breastfeeding them and shit. And I was like, what?
And Batman's just standing there enjoying it, just like watching it happen. Like,
yeah, and he's like, I will care for this child as if it were my own. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, oh, this is so odd. I don't like this at all. But at first it was awesome. It was so good. The art was fantastic. And so. Well, speaking of modern books that that do or don't suck, let's get to our last portion of the evening because we've covered all the news that we wanted to touch tonight. But let's talk about these books that came out this week. Amazing Steve Spitterman, Wolvie, Transformers, Green Lantern, Action Comics. You guys want to just start off with Amazing Steve Spitterman?
Why not? Start with the bang. The best.
Yeah.
Leave the top. Start with the best. Work your way down.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. If you guys want to begin talking about this, and then I've got the actual issue pulled up here so we can talk about the insane asylum and, the meetings and the big brain.
Yeah, the wonderful dialogue.
Yeah, so I'll let you guys have at it then.
I'll be right back. Good. So this is post gang war, so the city is back to calm, and we're in an insane asylum with Peter and Peter and Mary Jane as they go to talk to her Mary Jane's aunt, who is insane, and that's it.
Yeah, it was good.
We see people getting meds. We see people eating their Jello, and Mary Jane's aunt losing her temper and
getting mad and trying to figure out who caused them to break up and calling Spider-Man a pervert. Yeah.
And Peter being the little punk bitch that he is, like, uh-oh, I gotta go. I can't answer this.
So whose fault was it that you guys broke up? I don't feel good.
Yeah, it's I need to lift weights. Wait, what? No, get back here. Finish. No, answer me, God damn it.
Yeah, they have the human fly in there and whirlwind, and she's like, no, he's actually very nice. Like, oh, Jesus God.
They're all misunderstood.
Oh, that was my biggest thing about this is that everyone is misunderstood. No one's bad. Even Sandman.
Yeah.
No one's bad.
There's no evil.
This whole this could have been cut from the book. Like what's going on here? And then it's big
just
brain
Norman
thing.
Reassuring Peter he's still got a job. I'm still going to pay you regardless. Wait, what?
This could have been summed up as Norman just being like, yeah, you're still hired here. I'll still pay you. And Spider-Man's fine. Okay, thanks. And then there's a brain and you're like, oh, sorry, what?
Yeah, the big brain.
And then, you guys like this dialogue?
It's jackpot while I'm working.
Well, saw an argument on my way over and thought I should break it up. Maybe might have been overkill. Was it overkill? No, are you kidding me? That's great, MJ. You're awesome. Anyway, I guess we should,
What?
Yep, validation again. Gotta validate. You're
She having
awesome.
her own conversation with herself?
What? No, that's Spider-Man saying that.
No, she's talking to herself. It might have been overkill. Was it overkill? It's like, what?
Yeah.
Why are you answering? Why are you asking yourself your own question? Like, Jesus fucking Christ! Like,
yeah. Dialogue
like,
is just on point.
I forgot you were there, Peter.
And then, this was funny. Whirlwind is not a nice young man. Like he's a criminal, is what Peter is saying. He's like he's a bad guy, and like the aunt of Mary Jane says, not everyone had the same opportunities you did, Peter. Not everyone has your same privilege, Peter. And it's like, same opportunities, bitch. Peter was made fun of incessantly in school. He never had anything handed to him. He had to work for everything.
His parents died. His uncle got shot in front. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? I was raised by my elderly aunt by herself.
He was white, Kyle. He had so much privilege. He was white.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. I had all the opportunities in the world.
Yeah, the colors and the art in this are just like milk toast. Just like nothing.
It's gorgeous. Look at that sunset back there.
Sure.
Stunning.
And brave.
Indeed.
But yeah, he sees Sandman. He's like, whoa, I know you. I'm friends with, Spider-Man.
Whoa.
And he freaks out. He's like, don't say that name.
Yeah.
You said Martha. Don't say that name.
Oh, geez.
Oh, and Sinister.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, well.
Oh.
So that was Spider-Man.
Awesome.
Hey, at least it's not gang war. At least we're done with gang war, hey? So,
yeah.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Just
I won't recommend it. Yeah. I would not recommend it, though. It's still a skip it for me, but...
Wow. Solid recommend from me.
Oof.
No, I'm
Kyle with
kidding.
all the bad
Skip
takes tonight.
No.
Yeah, not to mention he's an orphan. Yep, 100%. Half a star. Yep.
Whoa.
Is it just me, or do most comics now look like web comics? Yeah. Oh, for sure. They just, well, that's the easiest thing to do. You just get on your iPad, draw a little web comic, and then I feel like very few artists nowadays actually take pencil to paper, right? But
yeah.
So I would say it's mostly a lot of the European guys, a lot of the ones who are South American or Italian, Spanish. Those are the guys who are putting pen to paper. A lot of the ones I met at New York Comic Con in that bar, the hotel bar. Remember, I met Ivan Coelho and the others. Got to see those pages before he was doing. Yeah, they were all working, drawing on paper there in the restaurant bar, and I'll never forget that.
Hell yeah. And I mean, speaking of which, I'm going to try and pull up this page that you sent me, Drew. This is an Italian artist who really takes his time on these illustrations. Now, I still think I don't know if he is doing this on pen and paper. I know that
pages he is. Yeah.
For some of them, he is. You said.
Yeah, six of the pages he actually did pen to paper.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let's take a look at this bad boy. Yeah, nice.
There it is.
So yeah, this is Drew's Unholy Nightmare.
Yes, it is. This is the next page. This literally, Aurelio just finished this, I think, an hour ago. Sent it to me, so it's off the colors right now. So this page right here, we see the deal has been struck between the dealers and the suppliers, and Recluse is getting ready to jump in as soon as Jenny says, "Hey, Chicago PD, you're all under arrest." So everything is falling into place. Everything should be going well. There should be no problems after this.
Yeah,
they're fist bumping. Pound it, bro.
And then, wait a second. Infiltrate the dealers, find the suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Rick was.
Well, if we already find the suppliers, we really need to find the dealers. God damn it. Infiltrate the dealers.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, this is looking great, man. I'm really excited for what Aurelio's doing, and this looks like it has a lot of great inking, a lot of great blacks here on the page. Never mind. And in terms of ink,
whoa, a lot of blacks on that page.
Lots of blacks on the page, which I'm looking forward to seeing what this finally comes out as.
So as of right now, we have, I believe, 14 of 26 pages done so far. We are 53% done with the book.
Whoa, okay, so more than halfway there. Hell yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Aurelio, in the last 3 weeks, he's been a machine.
And if you guys want Drew's book, you can find it in the description below. So the link to the linky poo to that bad boy is there. So you can go find that. Capital Video asks, will a black and white edition be offered in a future campaign?
That is a great idea, because honestly, Aurelio and I considered that. We considered doing a black and white edition of this. Maybe we'll see. We'll see if the customers are there. It's one thing, because I would love to do it, but we don't want to do something financially if there aren't the backers there to support it. But if people are down for that, yeah, we'll gladly do it, because I want to see it.
Yeah, that would be sick. It was so awesome to watch him actually draw, like on the live stream that we did. To actually watch him like put ink down was pretty special. So
you know what we should do, Max? I'll talk to Aurelio. The last page he works on for the book, the last page, we'll have him finish it up on the live stream. We'll have him
that would be cool. Yeah, hell yeah. I'd be down for that. I love this from Gary. That one panel is more atmosphere than all of the Crow trailer.
Fuck yes.
Yeah, you could say
we
that.
We really wanted to show the emotion. We wanted to come across. We want you to be able to see what's happening. I mean, granted, you do need dialogue, you do need captions, but you can at least pick up what's happening from the panels. You know what people are feeling. You know what's happening.
You're muted.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Max.
Sorry, thank you.
Still muted.
I burped really loud, and so I muted myself to hopefully not, but then I said, but what I was going to say is, what got me right in the feels this week was Transformers issue number 6.
Yeah.
Dude, this was heavy.
It was.
DWJ, why you got to be making me feel feelings, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch a Crow trailer.
Yeah, I'd rather bash the Crow trailer and feel nothing.
Or a Yaira trailer. What the hell, man?
Kyle, still full of bad taste. Tell me that this isn't full of life.
Adopt or die. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet dreams, chilled. You took that like a champ. It was meant to be a death blow.
Sweet dreams, chilled. He's talking. It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Batman and Robin. Chill.
You guys are just haters. New York. Guys are just detractors. Man. If y'all...
Ignorant.
Jesus.
Yeah, don't you guys know that was just a comic book trailer? It's not serious, guys. Don't take it seriously. Gosh.
Literally. Yep, don't take it seriously.
Yeah. Eyes to see you. Eyes to meet you.
If you're not going to go all in on something, why do something? That's all I want to know.
Well, didn't we say earlier, take pride in your work, right? And I know that Eric takes pride in his work. I don't know if you watch the behind the scenes video and you listen to the actress who plays Yaira, she has a beautiful voice.
Yes. That you can understand.
Yeah. guys, why would you make her say that stuff in a weird Russian accent? It makes no sense.
Oh my god, I haven't watched it behind the scenes. I didn't know that. Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole rap video like they were working on this thing for fucking years. It's like you were there for a day. I don't even know your fucking name, but yet we're all gonna act like we just got off a tour of duty somewhere. And it's like, why are you acting like this? Why are you all acting like you're the best of friends? It's like, this was a day. I don't fucking know who you are. And clearly, because it's not that big of a deal. It's not that important. We made it for no money. It's just a joke and a sham, and who cares? It's like, then why do it?
And and maybe we'll go over this on Max's Man Cave on Sunday, but like, or maybe we'll do it on a after party stream. I'm not sure yet, but I think I texted you guys a clip earlier, but or no, Josh had brought it up, I think first, but in the behind the scenes trailer, Eric says it's film documentary style, right? Where it's moody, it's atmospheric, it's like really passionate, right? And Eric is like, I take this stuff seriously. I take this live action stuff. He says it verbatim. I take the live action stuff extremely seriously, and it's time to put up or shut up because I've been, criticizing these mainstream adaptations, and so now it's my turn to create my adaptation. And so I'm going to, make this thing as best as I can. But then he comes out with a video later that same week and is like, hey, just to let you guys know, this isn't bigger than what you think it is. It's just for a comic trailer. That's it. This isn't for a show or a movie or anything crazy. Like, it's just a comic trailer. That's all it is.
Take it easy. We made it with no money. Not a big deal. We knew it was a joke. It was just a day. Ha, 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 ha. This was all fun. It's like, don't take it serious. It's like, wait, but you said you did.
And I'm like, but I was like, but wait, but like in the behind the scenes, like the very words are, you were like, I take this very seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Every character in that fucking trailer was like, I love this character so much. I'm so excited to be working on this. And they really let us evolve the character into what they can become. I'm like, you had one line and it was fucking stupid. And I don't know what character. There's no character. What the fuck are you? This is nothing. Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't.
Kyle, Josh is right here because Josh and I were texting today, and Josh says, I love Kyle so much because I was bitching to Max about this very thing.
Why do it if you're not going to do it 100% and you're not like, I'm putting everything I have into this thing and this is what I wanted to do?
Yeah.
Why do it and be like, no, I meant to do it that way. No.
Yeah. Guys, don't take it so seriously. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a comic book trailer. And then all the actors are like, what the fuck, man? Like, I thought that you were like legit.
No,
like,
you told us this is a whole TV series.
Yeah, this is like, dude, you said that this is like super serious, that this is like a legitimate production. And he's like, I don't fucking care about this.
I couldn't understand it. I had to make my own character up.
He's like, I paid less for this piece of shit than I did for my tractor, or what was it? Than his
animated stuff is what he said.
Well, the animated stuff, but also his forklift in the warehouse. Like,
yeah.
So he's like, I don't even. I paid more for my forklift than I did for this trailer, and I'm like, did you?
And if you did, shame on you. Shame on you for doing that. Then don't do it.
The funny thing is, I know how much forklifts cost because with my day job involves like buying equipment and such, and I know how much forklift costs, and it's very clear. Yes, the forklift did cost more than this trailer. Yeah.
No.
It's like, then don't do it. If you don't have the money, don't do it. And you're not going to put the funds and the time and the resources and the energy into it. Don't do it.
I think there are some people who are like, listen, I would love to make a fan film, like a short little 8 to 10 minute fan film. And I don't have the budget, but I have the passion and I have a really great script. So I'm going to do it anyway. I think the difference is when you are trying to be a direct competitor with your comic book and your universe, you have to recognize what that does for the fan base, right? And what they are going to expect. If they see a live action trailer, they're going to start saying like, oh, wait, are we going to see like episodes of it? Like, are you trying to enter into like, especially with what was the thing that Josiah Rises is doing, and like the Epic Verse, right? Because they're doing the Hollywood stuff with Epic Verse. So I don't know. It just sorry, we got off on a weird tangent, chat, but it's
No,
yeah.
Jordan Peterson happened to post something today on
Oh,
YouTube, and it was like
okay.
almost perfectly describing like what is going on with like Eric July. He was talking about Carl Jung and talking about how you can't be afraid to be the fool. So that way you have to learn in order to then become the master of something. You have to be willing to say, I don't know what I'm doing. You have to be willing to humble yourself and say, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to develop the skills, and then I will then be able to know what I am doing. As opposed to somebody like Eric July, who I'm seeing it as, don't come to me. I'm above reproach. Everything's for a reason. I know what I'm doing. You all just hate me. It's like, you're just haters. This is not a big deal. It's not. Yeah, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I just made this thing and it sucks. It's going to suck. My comic book's going to suck. My second comic book's probably going to suck. My third one might get a little bit better. Each one is hopefully going to get better, but I need to be smart enough to know I don't know what I'm doing.
And I feel like if he were to say, and you know, he doesn't have to say that, but I feel like if he did come out and say like, hey, you know, this was our first attempt at a live action and we weren't really sure how we were going to do. We're grateful for all the responses and everything. We recognize that there are some things that are not amazing. We recognize that, you know, it's still maybe CW level. But we're going to try and get better at that and blah, blah, instead of kind of the patronizing aspect of like, man, you guys compared it to $1 billion corporation. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah. Well, I'm really thankful that, and it's like, why are you saying it like that? Like I feel like if he were just to say it a little bit differently, it would come off in a different way. But
yeah, but it's like, just don't assume you're going to be great. CW is better than you will ever be. If that's the best you can come up with, if that is the best you can do, and if that's all you're ever going to do, CW is better than you. Sorry. The worst CW is better than you and will always be better than you. Sorry.
I watched Batwoman, man.
It's better. I guarantee you they at least know how to set up a fucking shot. You can probably understand what the characters are saying.
That's for sure. That's true. Yeah. I think it's it's really unfortunate because I think there are a lot of things that can be helped when someone has the humility, like you said, with Jordan Peterson. I think he preaches this a lot of being able to recognize, like, I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I'm willing to learn. And if I'm willing to learn and I say that and I like recognize that, there's a ton of growth to happen there. And you as an individual can succeed beyond what you can expect, but it's going to take some time. And if you think that you're going to be the best right when you start, that was like one thing with YouTube that I was really frustrated with my first year, because I was like, man, I'm putting out like great videos and like I really think that I've got this thing nailed down. Couldn't hit 1,000 subscribers. I was like, what the hell? So it's super humbling, and you have to go through that. You just have to. There are very few instances, like 1% of the 1%, that just start something and they're just automatically gifted. And that's God's gift, but I'm not gifted. Like I am not talented. So like,
as soon as you bring us on board, you're closing down on 6,000 subs in no time. Go figure.
Oh, well, look at you guys. Once I brought you guys on board, eh?
See what we provide.
Once I poached you from the Comics Elite channel, I was like,
yeah,
come over here. We'll get ourselves back to that. You know, we'll reach even higher than Comics Elite. But all that being said, I do like what Jordan Peterson had to say, and sorry for the tangent.
No, I just happened to, it was just a community post. I think he just posted, and I'm like,
yeah, that's
perfect. Like that's exactly what he needs to hear. Everyone needs to hear that. It's like, that is so true.
For sure. Josh, you know what's crazy too is that I think the African American woman that was on stage with Yaira and all the business corporate people. I think she played an actress in the Batwoman CW show. So like she legitimately is from the CW. So like do not quote me on that, but that was a rumor from a pooper scooper. So
Ooh.
yeah.
God, that thing was so like you have to take a look at that and be like, we can't put this out. Like we cannot put. We will get fucking roasted. We will get raked over the coal. Like this can never see the light of day. We struck out. We swung hard. I mean, we were gonna shoot for the fucking fences, and we just whiffed completely. But
honestly, I wouldn't. I don't think the production value would seem as bad as it is if it weren't for the Yaira accent. And I don't blame the actress. I just don't understand why they is Yaira supposed to be Russian in the comic book, or Scottish, or Mesopotamian, or Irish, or Hungarian, or whatever accent that was?
I don't even know who she.
Yeah, I think she's from Caspiar in the Caspiar Sea.
Yep.
With
Westeros.
Latveria,
Wakanda,
Caspiar in the Caspiar Sea, from like Latka from Taxi.
Or it's like Gal Gadot's, Wonder Woman. Kal-El, no.
Yeah, it's like
what is that? Is that Greek? Or is that an Amazonian thing?
And a wee bit Scottish too. What else?
Yeah,
throw a little bit in there. Throw everything in there.
So, like I said, I don't think a lot of people would be giving it as hard of a time if it wasn't for, it was meant to be a death blow. So, but yeah, that's the line for me that I was like, I'm out. I'm out. I can't do that. But anyway, positivity. Stay positive,
you say
guys.
That line and not laugh every time you have to say that line like that. It would just be like, okay, I sound like a fucking dickhead. Like I can't do this.
You have to. What you should. She should have done. Granted, I don't know how much she was paid, but like, if you guys ever have watched the behind the scenes of The Lord of the Rings, you can fall asleep for a little bit, Drew, if you want. But there's a scene where the late great. Not Ian McKellen. Saruman, Christopher Lee. Thank you, Sir Christopher Lee, the late great Christopher Lee. He's walking up the steps. Yeah, pour one out for a homie. Mm-hmm. He's walking up the steps of his, the two towers, and he turns around mid scene and he looks at Peter and he goes, "Peter, I can't get up these GD steps. I won't do it. I can't do it with this stupid robe," or something like that. And this like beautiful, like British accent. And, Peter Jackson's just like, all right, so we'll just start the scene with you standing there, because if you can't walk up the stairs, we'll just do it another way. And I wonder if the Yaira actress was like, okay, we're not talking about Lord of the Rings anymore, Drew. But yeah, I wonder if the Yaira actress was like, EJ, like Eric July, I can't say the shitty accent, dude. Like I can't speak with this shit, man.
Talk like this.
I can't do it.
Do it normal.
Yeah. Like, can we just do a different thing, right? Or like hire someone? I don't know. Like I said, I think she looked great. I'm sure she can act. I just don't know why they had the accent. So, oh well.
Don't know.
Man, look at that. You guys got 2 trailer reactions. Crow, Yaira. You guys are spoiled.
No kidding.
Not really. I mean,
no.
Chat knows what they get into for the night.
Oh God.
Drew, you watched the Yaira trailer, yeah?
Oh yeah, a few times.
Okay. Oh,
unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah. It's laughably bad.
Yeah. What I thought initially was that she was trying to be Norwegian, because with Norfrika and with Yaira, it's like Yaira's or winter is coming, right? For Yaira, I'm thinking like, okay, Icelandic, maybe Norway, maybe she's Norse, maybe she has that kind of like a Viking vibe to her, maybe that. So maybe she has like a, I don't know,
Blonde hair,
Norwegian
blue eyes, makes
accent.
sense.
Yeah, Finnish accent. I don't know, but Russian. I don't know, Josh. Would it make more sense if she had more of a Norwegian accent? I don't know.
Yes, or Swedish.
Yeah,
birdie, birdie.
Birdie, hurdy, birdie, hurdy. Birdie, hurdy. Like the Swedish Chef from Muppets.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, let's get to something a little bit more positive. Kyle, you trying to find the first appearance of Yaira?
Oh, I have it here. I'm just trying to see,
like if there's any inclination that. Yeah.
Don't think I noticed you. You didn't think I know? Like, I don't. Nothing she says indicates that she has like an accent.
An accent, right?
I would never have read this like, oh, she's clearly Russian.
Yeah,
like, duh.
And that was why it was so jarring, because I was like, I didn't remember reading her as Russian.
I did, and I mean, she says very little, but like,
yeah.
And then we have the wonderful meet cute.
Oh,
literally, that just.
So what are the odds that, so I'm being thrown in the sky, right? Like someone just threw me across the sky. I'm in midair.
Yep.
What are the odds that someone hits me in the sky, like in the middle of the city, in the middle of the sky?
Yeah,
that's pretty
1
rare.
in a million.
1 in a million, Doc. 1 in a million.
1 in a million. And then I'm immediately going to start fighting you because you hit me midair. I don't know why, but I'm just going to start beating you up.
Maybe in the world there are a lot of accepts, and so like it's commonality, or it's not a commonality. It happens a lot. It's very common. So.
Yeah. What do you want? No amount of super police could stop me unless I wanted you to. Like, her dialogue just seems so normal. Like,
yeah.
What do you want? No amount of super police could stop me unless I wanted you to.
Yeah, if it were Russian, it would have been a V there, right? Wanted.
I would think.
I'm the window viper. I'm the viper windows.
Yeah.
Oh, diphthong. Diphthong is a fun word. There were moments where her diphthong sounded more Dutch than anything.
But why are you so damn strong?
Oh well. I mean, we could review ISOM on a later date, but we have 2 books that I really want to talk about, which are Transformers and Helen of Windhorn, which is like,
oh Jesus fucking Christ!
God, this was amazing. Oh, so but yeah, Transformers, the Transformers pulled at my heartstrings this week, man. This was gut wrenching.
It really was.
Spoilers, chat. If you guys have not read issue 6, avert your eyes, because it's something else, dude. What did you guys have a favorite part in this, or was there anything that really stuck out to y'all?
I would say for me, at my age, it was just toward the end when Optimus is fighting and like the caption box in the background, it said like, you know, the song.
Yeah. I saw that, man. That was great.
I was like, all right, I started thinking, you got the touch. You got the power.
Was it that, or was it? I thought it was the here it is. You know the song. Gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's DWJ just having a ton of fun.
Only he could think of that,
and I've never seen that before, ever.
No.
And he still gets away with it. And then I love this. Oh yeah, in like metal. Metal lettering with rivets and stuff. Like, yeah. Let's go.
Blown Away Devastator. Love it.
Yeah. The colors on these look great too.
Oh, good.
And the lettering is amazing. If this doesn't, I shouldn't say or suggest it should win awards, but it is an award-winning comic book on a lettering level.
I think DWJ did win an award last year. I forget what it was for though, but
greatest comic ever made. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
greatest
hope.
artist ever.
Yeah. Dude, look at this though. Hold on. Where is it? When Optimus is just dragged.
Oh, I know.
You can feel it. Just all the metal, like, dragged across this thing. But one of my here we go. Sweet Chin Music, baby. This was one of my favorite parts. I love Shawn Michaels, so I just saw that leg just right in his face. He's just like, when you think, oh man, Danny Warren Johnson, he's probably used all the wrestling moves he can think of. Just when you thought that he could use them all, nope. He uses some more. He's like, no, I still got more in the playbook.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then at the end with Optimus and Devastator, what Optimus does.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it? Down here. Wait for. Oh my God! Look at this page.
Boom. Yeah.
I mean,
just completely
that was Hulk Hogan picking up Andre the Giant, like body slamming him. Like that is that equivalent. Of, yeah. Holy shit!
Wow. What do you think? 10,000, 15,000 for this page? Look at all the detail in here.
Oh my God!
Probably 20. I get. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes 20 for this page.
It's not a cover though, but I mean, the one with Optimus, where he's got Megatron's arm, that one went for 15, right?
Yeah.
But there, you've got Starscream. You got him landing on Starscream. Starscream just screaming.
Starscream is screaming.
And you've got Cliff Jumper down here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
fucking cool.
Thank God it wasn't me.
Whew.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit.
This is like,
he's like, damn.
Yeah. You need like oxygen while you're reading this book, because you're just like, oh my God, this is intense.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the final chapter essentially to this whole story. Oh, this is truly like Optimus just being an absolute, a leader, a hero, because that he doesn't want to fight if he doesn't have to. But if he has to, he will F your shit up. You know what I mean? Like, make no mistake, Soundwave. I desire peace, but I am no fool.
Yeah, and that's what Soundwave does. That's all I know how to do. Like, work with me. Come on. He's like, nope. All I know is I'm going to fight you. Like,
that's what he's programmed to do.
Yeah, that's
until next time, Decepticon. Oh no, we didn't get there. We didn't talk about it yet.
Damn it, dude! I thought when Starscream had the chick, I'm like, holy shit, he's gonna like snap her spine or something. Like he's gonna like paralyze her or something. Like she's gonna end up in some like fucking wheelchair or some shit. I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's kind of badass. It's like, no, she's fine. I'm like, damn it.
You wanted her crippled?
Yeah. To kind of put her in her place, it's like, listen, you were fucking talking smack to all these robots. Like,
that's right.
Yeah.
You were giving Cliff Jumper a hard time, and he's like the heart and soul of his team.
Yeah.
But, what I really enjoy about this book too is that there are like the stakes here are massive. You almost lose Optimus, you almost lose Lona Steel Rose, whatever her name is. You pretty much almost lose Starscream. There are a lot of losses here, and a lot of Autobots are injured. What's his name?
Collateral damage.
Yeah. And we do get an actual death, though. Not a death blow, but a death, though.
Yeah, a sacrifice is made.
A sacrifice. What a true hero does is they sacrifice themselves. Maybe sometimes to the extent of their entire life, which is what the father does here. Because I think, I'd have to read the story back through the whole thing, but the father has had quite the arc, right? The first time we meet him, he's in a bar, drunk, trying to wash away the remembrance of his other son,
Mm-hmm.
And for him to come back to the fold to say, you know what, I'm not going to be helpless anymore. You know, he says, if there was only a way, my men, Jimmy, Spike, whenever something bad happened to them, I'd always think, if only I could have taken their place, if only it was me instead of them. Maybe now is my chance. I know you're going to take care of this world like I care for my boys. Watch over them for me. And when Spike wakes, tell my son I'm proud of him. Oh, dude. And then Optimus says, you will not be forgotten. Like, and I promise I will protect your son. Both of these men have such honor and respect for each other. You know, Optimus about to sacrifice his own life, and then Sparky coming in and sacrificing his. Like, both of these guys are just, killer, man.
It's wonderful. It's amazing.
It is. Like, it is wonderful.
It really is.
And it's
like you said, Max. These are real heroes. Real heroes.
Yeah.
These are what real heroes are. We do not see this in Marvel or DC.
Not at all. And these are like, this, it's such a breath of fresh air because there's such optimism here and there's such hope. And even in like the darkest of times, it like I said, it's, you know, I just kept thinking when I was looking at these panels, I was like, this is gut wrenching, dude. Like, this is heartbreaking, but it's also very inspiring and motivating and optimistic. But it centers around those core values of like sacrifice, self-sacrifice, honor, duty, nobility, courage. So these are all things that I think DWJ knows how to write within these characters. But yeah. And then you get fun action. It's like, all right, we've had our emotional moment. Now let's turn on the juice and get back to work. You know what I mean? Like, the fight's not over.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Take the fight to him. So
yeah.
This was great.
One
this was
stand,
beautiful.
one shall fall.
And yeah, I agree. I like wonderful. Wonderful is a good term for this book. But anything else you guys want to say after this? Because yeah, where do they go from here? Spike now the stakes are this: both the girl and Spike have lost their parents from the Decepticons.
Yep.
And it's like, well, the dad sacrificed himself, but still to protect his son from the Decepticons. So like, yeah, man, I don't know. Where do we go from here?
I don't know, but this was a perfect 6 issues in comic books. Like, perfect 6 issues.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I would say near perfect. I mean, outside of the little speed bump in issue 2 with the girl and Cliff Jumper, her talking down to a Cliff Jumper. It's like, outside of that, I'd still give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was to get anybody into Transformers or comic books, I'm like, read these 6 issues of Transformers.
Could you imagine how much I love this? Guess I'm a Transformers fan now. Yeah, can you imagine how much fun someone would have if like they're like, I've never read a comic book before, and you're like, read Transformers, Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers.
Yeah.
Knowing nothing about the property, they just read it. It's like they're gonna have so much fun. But
yeah.
And you know, that I'd probably say I'd probably give them Transformers before I give them Do a Powerbomb. Because Do a Powerbomb is super fun as well, and it's got great art. But I don't know. I'm leaning more. Maybe it's recency bias, but I don't know. I might lean more towards Transformers.
I would.
Yeah.
But you know, it was even better than Transformers this week.
There we go.
Helen of Windhorn.
Slay Queen. Yes.
Slay.
So you guys got the one up on me. I did not read this.
Oh, Drew, you missed this masterpiece?
Wow.
Yes,
it was rocking. It was rocking Robbie's pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
No way. Oh
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
How dare I?
How could it not be? It's Tom King.
It's the same creative team that did the Supergirl, the Rooster Cogdale.
Yeah, Rooster Cogburn.
Yeah, Rooster Cogburn.
Yeah.
The True Grit Supergirl.
Yeah. It's the same team. So it's everything that you could want.
And more.
Now, I will say, when I first saw this panel, I was like, whoa, what is this? This looks kind of cool. But then I realized, oh, it's not about them. It's about these people. I was like, fuck. No, it's a grandma.
Damn it. Of course. How silly of me.
Of course. And it's about this old woman who's trying to domesticate this bratty, self-absorbed, bitchy, condescending, like just everything. She's the worst.
You know, I never used the C word, but she is that.
Yeah.
I hate that word more than anything. She is that. She is literally that word. Like, that is
to
this
a
character to a fucking
She
T.
is a see you next Tuesday. She's an absolute see you next Tuesday.
100%. She is fucking insufferable in this. She is a piece of shit. Like, I wanted nothing to do with her. I just so many terrible things to happen to her.
Oh, Jesus. But Kyle, she needs her cigarettes, okay?
Always.
If you're not going to
take
my
cigarettes. I need to drink everything. Oh yeah, you got a whole old bottle of wine. Let me smash it on the wall and drink it because I'm a fucking man.
Dude, when she did that, when it would be like someone coming into your home that you have invited in there, and you have spent like decades acquiring like these books, this food, this beautiful bounty of just like these amazing collective pieces, and someone just comes in there and just smashes them, just goes, it's mine now.
Yep.
That's how this felt. The butler is like, well, this is my personal like collection. Like, the master, his thing was the swords in the armory, right? That was his collection. My collection is in wine. This is what I hold dear. And she's like, oh, really? You know, I'll just smash this piece of shit and just start drinking.
What?
Yeah. The butler goes, unlike swords, I would say wine has not been of great interest to the master. The bottles here are more due to my obsession than his. If there's a particular brand or year that appeals to you that you cannot find here, please let me know. There are resources available, obviously. Also, if you have a question about a specific vintage, I'd be happy to tell you about the history of both its make and acquisition. So obviously this man is passionate about his collection. He knows when it was made, how it was made, the different types of wines that he has. He says, I see you found the Napoleon Rogue 1857, an excellent choice. It was quite an ordeal to acquire. And she just fucking smashes it. I'm done with the tour. I'm just going to go back there now. It's a swell house. Thank you.
As I grab more wine.
Am
I right?
Our hero.
It's wine o'clock.
Yeah. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Our hero,
she's
ladies
edgy
and
and fun and cool, and we should be on her side because you're in this uppity house with all these Gilded Age stupid fucks and this person who's supposed to be a governess to this chick, and it's just like, ha ha ha, we're gonna bring this fish out of water in here, and she's just gonna bebop and scot all over this whole fucking place and just not talk like a woman and talk like a man and fuck whoever she wants and drink whatever she wants, and I'm gonna smoke cigarettes and put them out on your fucking forehead because you're a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm your hero. Woo!
I love this line though, because she's like, because the whoever this woman is who's like looking out for her, she's like, the cigarettes are a filthy habit. It's you shouldn't be spending your time there. And she goes, it's how my father spent his, and he was the greatest writer of his generation. And I just wanted to say, well, you're not, bitch. So like, so you shouldn't be doing it. Like,
yeah.
Would you like it better if he lived it like you, small and forgotten? Like, she's just, insufferable.
Yes.
I need cigarettes. Like she's just so terrible. And so when she doesn't get her way,
Our hero, ladies and
throws
gentlemen,
the book.
our hero.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it's a monster. Oh my god! But
Batman. And then
the dad.
Sure.
So the dad's alive.
I guess. I don't know.
He killed the
Kills
monster.
Batman.
Yeah. But for 90% of this book, it's just having to put up with this insufferable woman.
Yep.
But
Tom King loves writing women.
Yeah, he sure loves writing women. Strong female women.
Yep. So awesome. She's so snooty and just
yeah.
Oh, I love it how she just tells everybody to go to hell.
She's not like the other girls.
No.
Am I right?
No siree.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure she'll grow as a character, turn into something, beautiful that she's not now. Oh wait, this is written by Tom King.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's
it was weighty and lively, and there was so much about this character I really wanted to know. I wanted to get to know her. Why are you here? What's going on? When you first meet her, you don't really know what to expect. It's like, oh, she's so rough around the edges, but yet there's something about her that's so captivatingly amazing that I wanted to keep reading. And then you see the art, and it is perfectly aligned and in tune with Tom King's writing that you just can't help but want to learn more about this world and why she is the way she is. And she's just damn sexy. And I'm just so captivated by her and just so emasculated. And I just love having her tell me how horrible of a person I am and just, hit me again.
Dang, that was pretty accurate. Now, do you want to play this and see how on the nose you were? Because that was pretty good. The only thing you left out was how sweaty you got while reading it. But I mean,
I forgot how sweaty I got.
Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers Weekly Comic Book Review. It's the show where I read a lot of comic books and I let you know what I thought about them. And we always start with the pick of the week. And this week's pick of the week, Helen of Windhorn, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. This is written by Tom King with artwork by Bill Key Evely, with coloring by Mateus Lopez, and we got lettering by...
It sounds like a Chris Tuckman review. But
Clayton Cowles, a top-notch team on a top-notch book. This one really took me by surprise. I was not super anticipating it, but was expecting to at least like the artwork in this book, but I really liked the story, and more so than that, the technical and structural way that Tom King is telling it.
What?
Right?
Oh, the technical and structural way, Kyle.
Okay. I don't know what those words mean, but sure, right? Go on with a comic book review.
It's also like when he's talking about the Little Mermaid book or the Magic Mermaid, the robot mermaid thing.
Under the Sea.
The Last Mermaid, right?
The Last Mermaid. That's it.
The Last Mermaid. And he's like, yeah, the book is it's like a square bound, or it's like a different what did he call it? Different aspect ratio, but the art really, it utilizes the pages like for all the art. And I was like, what? How? How does it do that?
What the fuck are you talking
Please
about? What does that have to do with the book?
Yeah, how does
structurally it's a comic book? Structurally, it's got panels. It's like, duh.
There are 22 pages in this. It has a cover and a back.
Oh,
yeah, it's staples. It's like, yeah, that's structurally a comic book. Congratulations.
It sounds about right. It sounds like a comic.
That's your pick of the week, huh? Because it looks like a comic book.
Pick of the week.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. So
clearly he's doing that shit for access. He's got no other reason to be celebrating that garbage.
That's it.
Other than for
That's
access.
I mean, like, what else would he have chosen? Transformers, right? I mean, I've Transformers is by far and away.
By far.
Yeah.
The best thing this week.
Yes. And I read a lot of shit.
Did you?
Yes, there was a lot of shit.
Well, I know we have a hard out here pretty soon, unfortunately. But if you got, I'll say, if you, Drew, choose one book that you want to go over, and then Kyle choose one book, and we'll end it there. So Drew, if there's one, one that you really want to go over.
I'll end mine on a good note. I'll end mine on Super Symbiote Spider-Man 2099 #1.
Super Symbiote Spider-Man Silly Swammy Samsonite.
Yep.
I was way off.
Oh, you passed it. There it is.
There we go.
Silly Billy. There he is. Yeah.
Silly Billy Symbiote Spider-Man.
So initially I was concerned because the last few Spider-Mans as his 2099s have sucked ass because Steve Orlando's been writing them, and Steve Orlando is a hack. So seeing this, I see the name David on here. I'm like, David, not Peter David. Surely it is Peter David, the great Peter David, who wrote the original Spider-Man 2099. So he's continuing the story from where he left off. So it's just like a nice glove. It's like an isotoner, if you will. It fits. It fits. So you must.
Oh, it does fit. I thought it didn't fit.
No, it fits.
Oh. Well, I enjoyed the art. I think the art was pretty good, and I love that original, Spider-Man 2099 series. I thought this was fine. I mean, I didn't. There wasn't any. I think that my favorite part was when Punisher gets here. Spoilers.
Yes, it was awesome.
Yeah, but like leading up to it,
it's fun. I had fun reading this. Yeah, which is hard to do anymore.
Especially with a Marvel book, yeah. But let me get to Punisher because that was actually pretty rad. I love this panel too. This looked great of Miguel O'Hara. Miguel. Oh yeah, that's Punisher, baby. You're like, who the hell? Oh, I know who did that.
New Punisher. Oh,
there he is.
That's not Punisher.
David Peposi's Punisher. Oh no,
that's
wait,
not the real Punisher.
But yeah, no, this was fun, and Punisher sounded like Punisher, which was great. Get a little bit of Venom 2099, Symbiote 2099.
Yep.
And we actually did get a death here, which is pretty intense.
Damn.
I
would have not seen this
coming.
Yeah, didn't. Ooh, Yaira? Oh, never mind.
Quicksilver.
It's Quicksilver. They're from the same area, though. They're from the same country, I think, or neighboring countries. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, this was fun. I will be reading the next issue. I wonder what this would look like if our main man Farid Karami was on this book.
Oh my god,
that would have been sick.
This better. Max. I'm not gonna lie. If Reed had done this with Peter David, this would have been a tough to beat #1 as well.
No, it would. No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would have. Yes, it would have.
No,
it would have.
Even close.
It would be the best Marvel book for sure. Like easy best Marvel book. Best of the week.
No,
it's tough, man. Peter David with Farid Karami. Come on.
Yeah, both of those guys would put out. Because even when they had, what was his for Venom Lethal Protector 2, who is the writer that they had on that book with him?
David Michelinie.
David Michelinie, yeah, David Michelinie, legend, right? Creator of Taskmaster, and he and Farid Karami turned out something awesome. I wouldn't say that book was better than Transformers, though.
But, no, that book wasn't. It had moments. It had whole issues. But this issue itself right here, if written by Peter David with Farid Karami art, it'd be tough. It'd be close.
Yeah. Yeah. This is true, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
How is Peter David, who's like literally in a hospital bed right now?
Yeah. He's been on his deathbed the last 10 years, and he's still writing better than most of these clowns.
Yeah.
All of them.
It's so sad, but I love old men that don't want John Byrne in their books.
No.
But yeah, no, you're right. I love Peter David's stuff. He continues to put out great work. Like it's actually very it's impeccable how on point he is with a lot of this stuff. So rarely misses, and even when he misses, it's not like, oh, this sucked. It was just kind of like,
It's like
yeah. I've never wanted to skip a Peter David book. I always just go, oh, well, that was okay. So, Kyle, do you have one? Oh, I know you wanted to talk about Alien, Black and White, and Blood, and Aliens, and all the aliens with.
Yeah, I mean that. I mean, I Hate Fairyland was fucking hysterical.
Oh, really? Okay.
Fucking funny. This is a one-off. Wow, this is just a one. This is just a short little its own standalone thing. That if you wanted to read I Hate Fairyland and kind of get a gist for what it is, this is just a one shot that you could easily read, and it's a take on the 3 Billy Goats Gruff story.
Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
About 3 goats crossing the bridge and the troll and all of that. It's so funny. It is so funny. Just so good. Art is absolutely amazing.
Better than Helen of Windhorn?
No, obviously not.
Well, I mean, people. It has a great fan base. This thing has 100%.
Yeah.
So I think the people who are, 3 Billy Goats in I Hate Fairyland. If you read this, you're gonna burst out laughing at the one shot story. Nice.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's drawn so well. I just I don't know what it is about it. I can't help but laugh. It is just so funny. But we could do Alien. Alien's more fun to talk about.
Let's see. Well, I mean, either way, I just think it's funny that that you called it, that you were right.
Yeah,
you need a Kyle's right shirt.
I was gonna say, speaking of, you didn't see that coming. We got Alien, Black Man Blood #2. Yeah, biggest surprise in the universe.
Yep. Who could have predicted the one insufferable piece of shit character is an android?
Oh my god, you're a robot! Oh my god, you're a robot!
This is a cool cover.
No, it's not. Stop it.
I mean, it's a lot of aliens.
Stop. Yeah, it makes no fucking sense. Where are they? What's going on? Like,
oh yeah, there it is. Wow, on the first page, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Oh, or second page. All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I'm in charge of all you people.
Are they still doing the social justice warrior anti or like, fascist regime? Yeah, we're all socialists, communists.
Yes.
Okay.
No weapons. We're all live in peace and harmony. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though another person
that doesn't exist, it's not real, and it'd be a hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what's best for everything. No, you're going to listen to me. No, you're an android. No, you're evil. No, you're evil, and I'm going to kill you. It's your fault that we're like this. Very brave.
Cool shot, though.
That's a cool shot. I'll give you that. It's a cool shot. Yeah. But who gives a fuck?
Yeah, in a story that means nothing, it's like, okay.
Yeah. It's like the Crow trailer. Oh, cool shot, but who cares?
Yeah, it's total style over substance every time.
Yep.
Yeah. And then all the other stories where they just kind of like, meh.
Yeah, and unreadable. Correct.
Unreadable.
Pointless.
I want to see
terrible art. Yes.
I do want to see the art in this, though.
Oh my god!
Because you keep talking about this book, and I just have I've never even read a panel from this book. Like,
it's funny.
Oh my god! Is this all Scotty Young interiors?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
no. He's writing it. Just yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This almost looks like colored pencil. Oh my god, the derpy one. A bit judgy, aren't we? Oh god. Oh, that was it. Oh no, wait. There's more?
Nope.
Oh my god, that was it. Oh wait. I guess so. Well,
so funny.
Nice.
Yeah, you get the 3 goats. They're all like, no, wait for my brother. They're much bigger, fatter. You want to eat them? Okay. Then the third one, he's like, all right, you're here. And the I was like, No, wait for the other one. He's much better than that. It's all ugly and fucked up, and the troll's like, what the hell? You're all fucked up.
He's all stitched together.
Yeah, and then you find out who it is, and she's like, "Oh yeah,
yeah, that's funny."
Oh man, it's so funny.
Story Nexus says, "How tired are you guys of these shitty comics? Like at this point, you must be so irritated that you're losing your mind." Drew, how do you feel about this?
They're not. Look, they're not all bad. There are some winners out there. Unfortunately, now the good is severely outweighed by the bad.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate. But there are some good books out there. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm close to losing my mind right now because, I mean, look, I understand books should be better than they are. A lot of books should be. But, you know, just you got to keep hoping. I got hope. And I hope things will turn around. I believe. And I'm producing my own comics. So my comics I know are better than most of these comics because what I do is, because I learned this from, I didn't learn this directly from Alan Moore. But I learned from like an interview he gave where he said he was reading everything. He said, you have to read these books, the new ones that are coming out. You have to see what the good stuff is, what the bad stuff is, so you can know what to do, what not to do. And I like to think, you know, reading these books are really helping me, telling me, okay, what Marvel just did this week, don't do. What DC did, don't do. What Dan Warner Johnson did, try something like that. And it's like, okay.
I think that you've carved out a little niche for yourself as well by creating your own books. And I think that helps a lot for you to know, okay, I'm reading this, but I'm also reading this. I'm really reading everything I can get my hands on so that I can create better comics myself. So I think that really speaks to your level of creative integrity, and also your level of dedication. Kyle, do you feel like what do you think about this? Are you losing your mind?
Oh, it's already gone. No, there's that. It's that you like watching people trash stuff. You like the hate watching. You like the trash casts. It's like there's a part of me that enjoys reading really shitty books.
Yeah.
There's always that part of me that it's like, all right, I can't wait to rip into this fucking book. It's
therapeutic.
Yeah. And I also know that there will be at least one good book a week. I don't know what it will be. Could be Marvel, could be DC, could be indie. I'm not sure, but I know there'll be at least one book. And that one book trumps a lot of bad books.
Yeah.
So like for one good book, it's like, yeah, I can withstand 10 shitty books for that one book. And if we get two good books, all right, that's pretty great. So yeah, it varies for me. But no, I don't feel like I'm losing my mind. I don't feel like now some of them are very bad indeed. And there's a lot of them sometimes it feels like, but it's always good stuff.
Yeah, it's tough. I'll say this, Story Nexus. There are weeks where I'm like looking at the lineup of comics and I'm like, I can't do this. Like I physically, I can't do this anymore, right? But thanks to y'all, being members, thanks to the chat, thanks to the, my thanks to having Drew and Kyle here, thanks to a lot of you guys. And I legitimately, actually, genuinely say this. I don't say this to just blow smoke up your ass, but like, there are weeks where I'm looking at the comics and I'm like, I'm so done, man, But then I think about, if I legitimately want to ingratiate myself in this fellowship, in this industry, and like be able to talk about it intelligently, and so where if someone is like, oh, well, you don't actually read comics, or what comics have you read lately that are bad? We can point them out and say, we've literally done a live stream about our top 10, 15, 20 books that were the worst books of the year, like, because we read that. And so to be knowledgeable on that, I think, is really, really important in this space, like here on YouTube and also in the comic book industry, because no one else does that. a lot of the people that are on YouTube right now talk about all the books, all the books that they love, because all the other people that are in YouTube that are talking about the stuff that they hate, they talk about like movies and video games. No one really talks about the comics that they don't really like. They talk about the headlines. John Kent is gay. Oh, that, blah, but to constantly month after month after month read this stuff, I really do think that we're one of the only channels out there that do that.
They are, and they'll see a
yeah.
headline and they'll be like, "Well, did you read that book? Did you read it?" Well, no, I don't. I haven't read stuff from them in years. It's like, well, how the fuck do you know anything? Like,
Yellow Flash does that shit all the time. He reads the headline to an article and he goes, "Oh yeah, Superman's woke now." It's like, did you read the? I mean, yes, the book sucks, but did you at least read it so you can speak intelligently on it?
Right.
No.
Did you read this new Action Comics? This Action Comics, I thought the last issue of Action Comics was actually very good. This one was I thought it was okay. It was a pretty okay, but still, that is still better than almost anything Marvel was putting out. So I'm just like, okay, they do put out decent things. And when it's important to say, okay, there are some good stuff that DC does put out, and there's some good stuff that Marvel puts out, but there's a lot of dog shit too. But it's like, you have to know that. You have to read a lot of things in order to get that. You can't just look at a headline and be like, oh, typical Marvel. Here we go again. X-Men's going to suck. It's like, yeah, it will. But there'll be an occasional good book in there, and that needs to be praised.
And those are the most important aspects of this too, is like, if I didn't have, if I weren't really knowledgeable about the current industry right now, especially like with Titan Comics, I wouldn't know about Conan, Savage Sword of Conan. I wouldn't know about Conan the Barbarian, which are two of my favorite titles right now. We wouldn't know about Transformers. And these are books that I do think are going to age well, that they're going to be timeless. And like most people don't even know about a lot of the Conan stuff or the Transformers stuff or the new G.I. Joe revamp. So stuff like that, where it's like, even if it's not necessarily Marvel or DC, there are some good things, and we need to be talking about that stuff too, because that's just as important as like shitting on the really bad stuff, because we do have to talk about that, obviously, because that's pretty much why I invited you guys on here. The first, I think, when we first started reviewing, it was like we were doing a lot of skip-its. We were just like, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks.
Right.
Which is just as important as
Well, and it's important to hold the stuff that we think is great from Skybound and the Energon universe and all that to the same standard we hold everything else.
Yeah.
Just because Transformers puts out an issue doesn't mean, well, Dane Warren Johnson's perfect. He's going to get a 10 out of 10. It's the greatest book of all time. It's like, no, if it sucks, we have to hold it to the same standard.
Yeah.
All the indie stuff should be held roughly so, for the most part, like Image and the biggest. It's like when you start getting down into some of the other low-level AWA and all that kind of shit, it's like, all right, this is what you get. Like, but for the most part, no, hold them to the same standard you hold everybody else.
Yeah. Hey, when issue 2 came out and we weren't too stoked with how one of the characters was treating Cliffjumper, we called it out. We were like, this sucks. This is not good. Same thing with Conan. When Conan changed its artist, we were like, yo, Robert De La Torre, where are you at? Why are you not in this book right now? Like, this is not as good, right? We docked points from it. So I think that's what's really nice, is that we can come into each one of these books and be fairly objective with our critiques. So, but yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. This was an excellent evening. We touched on a ton of stuff. I'm sorry we didn't get to a lot of the actual comic books for this week, like the actual substance of what comics came out this week. Like, I know there was like a Hawkeye and Black Widow #1, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Like, yeah, I didn't even get a chance to read that. So stuff like that, where it's like, but we did cover a lot of industry news, which I think was really important, because that new X team,
it's the future.
it's going to save the comic book industry, right? So
the future is now.
Yeah. Well, you guys got any last words before we take off?
go check out Unholy Nightmare. That's all I gotta say.
Yep, in the description below.
I may be having someone coming down the pike pretty soon.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
a Kyle channel, a Kyle Not Kevin YouTube channel. So, but yeah, hey, Story, if you're on Twitter or Instagram, you can send me a DM or something. Maybe we can link up. But yeah, normally for our Friday night shows, we normally try and stick to our core 3 here, our trio, and then every now and then we'll have like maybe Josh or Aaron or even Gem Mint, or Aaron Lopresti come on. Like those guys have been guests on here before, and those are awesome evenings. So, but yeah, we'll figure out something because we want to try and promote other channels and other indie comics and stuff like that because gotta amplify some of those voices with our platform because we are privileged, and so because we recognize our privilege, we have to. Oh wait, no, this isn't MaxiPad. Hold on.
No,
wait a second. What am I saying?
Worlds are colliding.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, thank you again, chat. You guys are the best. We will see y'all next week, and hopefully with some more industry news and more comic book reviews as always, and our pick of the week. But for now, we shall say adios, arrivederci, and you took that like a chomp.
Adopt or die. Thanks for the heads up. Sweet dreams, children. You took that like a